Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. With me today is the lovely SDA. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm getting tired. It's coming to the end of my day kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm winding down. Went and did my exercise for the day. We went to the pool. I get beat up in there, but I love swimming. I miss swimming. When I was a kid, man, we spent all of our time in the water. It's a really cheap activity to just go to the beach. All you need was gas. So we spent a lot of time in the water when I was a kid, and there were always community pools. And then we moved up here to no fucking nowhere. But there's a hotel not far away that has a pool, and you can buy like a pass. And we've been doing that to get me some exercise so my heart doesn't explode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then I found out little butt got sad. She's coming to stay with us next weekend, I think it is, for a couple of days. And they've been telling her about this since last weekend. And like, stop telling her that. She doesn't understand time right. You know, she's 4, 2 weeks away when you're just saying the weekend. So she got really excited. She thought she was coming this weekend. It's like, oh, I just want to hug her. Let's go get her anyway. But she's coming up next weekend, so that'll be a lot of fun. I miss her. She's so cute.
Yeah, she is.
Last time she was up at SCA, she told me that I need to call her more. I'm like, oh, okay. I absolutely will. So I got to call her tomorrow. Actually, she's going to be... Lady Monkey is going to my cousin's wedding reception tomorrow. I can't go because it's a long-ass drive. It's actually like 15 minutes from my daughter's house, though. So once again, Lady Monkey's going to get to see her, and I won't.
Yeah.
That's my whine for the day. She'll be happy to see her grandma, but it's my baby. I miss my baby. Me and her spent a lot of time together. You know that.
Yeah, I do.
The news today, man. I know you said you're out of the loop. So
I am so out of the loop.
Well,
it's bad. Well, I don't know if it's bad. Like, I don't know if it's bad or good. Because I know that like Dave Rubin does this, and then he feels enlightened, and then he comes back and tells everybody how enlightened he is. I'm not like enlightened. I'm just confused when people talk about things, and possibly less stressed, but I'm not sure. So I don't know.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, there's times I've walked away for a day or two, and like I come back and I have no idea what the big story is. And there's a relief to that, but it's also, this is what I do. And not even before I did this as a, YouTube thing, I was always engaged in politics. So I always was up on the news. So I feel a little lost when I'm not in it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. And like, don't get me wrong, because of personal stuff, like I need the time away. So I'm still off, and I'm not back yet, but it's just really weird to come back and be like, oh, I have no idea what's going on, like out in the world. So yeah, I don't think I like it. I'm not in the Dave Rubin camp of like, yes, I'm Buddha now. I don't like this.
Sinatra, kiss my ass. What are you doing up so late, man? I bet it was like date night or something with him and Shelly, because this is late for him. That or he's just on his way to bed anyway. He's like an old fucking man. I need to make a correction to something I said earlier, you guys. Well, it's not even a correction. It's more of a update to the story. Well, SDA, those wonderful, peaceful members of Antifa, they were on the display in Portland today because some right wingers were out there protesting gun violence from the left, which is kind of funny.
Right.
So Antifa showed up, of course, to be their peaceful, loving selves. And hang on.
I also realize now you guys know when I'm vaping, because this actually shows when we mute ourselves.
Yeah, well, the other one did too. It was just a lot smaller to see.
Well, I don't think you guys could see it.
Oh, you could.
Like on
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, it puts a little icon there.
it didn't show it like on the stream though. Like when like the 500 people watching could see it.
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
How the
It would
fuck
put a
did I
little.
not notice that?
I don't know. You were too busy vaping? I don't know.
Maybe. Are you sure? No, chat couldn't
I'm
see that
positive.
before.
Yes, they could.
Chat couldn't. No, not on like the YouTube part. No.
Yes, they could.
No, they couldn't.
Yes, they could. I'm telling you, they could. Anyhow,
No.
we
Chat,
so
settle this. Could you guys see this before?
you could. If they didn't pay attention.
No, we could see it in the
No, even
hangout.
chat could see it because there were times where chat would have to tell people. See, thank you, Hammer. Chat would tell people they're muted. Yeah. A little icon would show up in the lower right of your avatar. It's always been that way.
What the fuck? I know
don't
it
know why
does
you
it
didn't know
like
that.
in the hangout. I didn't know it did it like.
Yeah, but the hangout that was what was being sent out. Yeah.
Seriously?
It's okay. Yeah.
I feel so exposed.
I'm so sorry. Becca said I got sucked into a bottomless pit of Antifa videos. Glad Monkey came on when he did. My brain is mush.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry.
You're all right. You're all right. It's okay. We have to mute sometimes. It's
Sorry,
it's
I'm
okay.
talking to my dog.
I don't know why I'm talking to you.
Oh, I know.
Sinatra says, I'm working on a story. What story? What are you working on? Anyway, so there was a hammer incident. This is what it's not a correction. It's an update to the story. There was a scene from the Antifa today where there's some guys getting on a bus who are apparently bad actors. I don't know who the fuck they are, but I've been told they're skinheads and former KKK members. So apparently they used to be Democrats. But as they're getting on the bus, this one fucker goes running over to him before the last guy can get on and starts grabbing at him. And suddenly there's a hammer in the scene and these people start beating on the bus beating on the bus. The Antifa guy who has the hammer throws it into the bus at somebody. And it's like, ooh, damn, they brought a hammer. They didn't bring a hammer. The hammer actually came from the people on the bus. What happens is when the guy's getting on the bus and the other one comes over and tries to grab him. Real quick, thank you, John. Migda just got done with Bryburn. Just got done with Bryburn. Was good.
Okay, wait. I got this. I can read. I'm an adult.
What? I said it right. I said it as it was spelled. If it was supposed to be Brightburn, then there was a T missing. You leave me alone. So anyway.
No, I thought it was like a hard word. You're right. No, I was wrong.
See?
You're right.
And it was Brightburn. Okay, I didn't know. I'm not familiar with it, so I didn't want to.
What is that? I want to know.
You can't be upset with me if I didn't know when I read it as written, right? It would be different if somebody said Star Whoa, and I was like, ooh, I don't know what that would be. Anyhow,
SDA is an adult, and when we get on to like personal stuff, I've got some stories.
Cool, we can do that in just a little bit. I want to get through this because I do want to get this
I
correction
know.
out.
I'm sorry.
It's not you. It's mostly them. Which is fine. That's what we're here for. Now, Antifa goes to pull this guy off the bus, and you see somebody from inside the bus try to come over and help him by swinging a hammer at someone. And then the Antifa guys take it from him. So it was kind of a defensive thing. I still don't think, hitting somebody with a pasta. Damn you, fucking Sinatra. He just put the word creepy pasta in there. So don't hit people with pasta.
I'm sorry, Jinx. Fuck. It's okay. I was just laughing.
Hi, Jinx.
It's okay.
But then the Antifa guy takes it and they're just a complete ad. But it was still defensive. It wasn't like they just started swinging a hammer at somebody. No, they were protecting somebody who was in their group. But then SDA, as they get on this bus and close the door and everything, the Antifa people kick in the windows on the door to the bus.
Rude.
And then as the bus is driving away, spray mace in the door of the bus, which if you know how a bus is set up, which would be right at the driver.
Why does Antifa always do stuff like as people are leaving?
Because they're cunts.
But
Now,
like I just don't get it. Like they know, right?
well, because
Like
they need that
that's
violence.
bad.
No, they don't know. And especially in Portland. If you notice, they were much more aggressive this time than they usually are. Usually they will back down from fights quick. But they were swarming today. And it's
I'll have
because
to
they go ahead.
sorry. Oh yeah, I'll
Oh,
have to actually look at it then. Because I haven't seen it.
yeah, they were swarming pretty hard, and they're emboldened in Portland because it's like their base of operations. It's where they thrive and are loved by even the mayor.
Right, but
Um,
but you know what's been driving me a little nuts is that there are people who are like swearing to fuckity fuckface that Portland's fine. No, it's fine. And
oh,
there's
it
nothing
is.
wrong. And it's like, are you kidding me?
As
Because,
long as you stay away on the days that Antifa's out there in force, it's fine.
well, that's the thing. It's like, this is something that drives me nuts. Things can like simultaneously be true, right? It
Yep.
can be true that for the most part, if you're there on the right day in the right parts of Portland in a nice suburb, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also true that the mayor is being butt fucked by Antifa.
Oh, he's loving it too.
Yeah. Like both things are true. Okay. And I just don't understand why people think it has to be one way or the other. It just drives me up a fucking wall.
There's some people who have trouble just accepting that there are a bunch of violent cunts on the left, and I don't understand why that is. And violent racist cunts. Let's not forget that. God, some of their racism was on full display today. Calling a black police officer a coon and saying he was actually a white guy. That's perfectly fine to do.
Yeah.
They also, at one point, there's a guy with a bullhorn. It's not exactly a bullhorn. It's some kind of speaker system telling the police that they should just kill themselves. They should just take their guns and put it to their heads and kill
Yay,
themselves.
suicide. What?
Yeah, because he's a great person. Yeah, Becca, they called that black cop a race traitor. They did that too. Yeah. Man. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why anybody would defend these guys. I really don't. I understand not liking some kind of politics and stuff, but you're like, hey, it's okay to have these violent, hateful racists. It's okay when the racism is on your side, though, right? You know, hey, it's okay to be racist if you don't like MAGA. Then it's fine. Then it's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Yeah. Yeah, but fuck those guys. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I just wanted to clarify what happened with the whole hammer thing because
Good boy.
earlier it wasn't known what exactly happened there, where the hammer came from. You can see it in the video. It absolutely came from the bus, but there is a difference in how it was used. Absolutely. For once, I'd like to see the cops say "fuck the mayor" and crack some skulls. Yeah, but they still want their jobs and their faces are exposed. So
Yeah, and not only that, in that case, that's more, that's also complicated, like you just said. They have to go home,
yeah, exactly.
And they've got families. And that's the thing about political movements, right? Is that for a lot of the people on the ground, half the time it's just not fucking worth it to be part of a political movement because they're, just when you have like a violent group like that, it's just like, fuck it.
Snub says you'd think their unions would be going off on the mayor. Well, as long as nothing is happening to the cops, I mean, they why would you want to put yourself in more danger?
Yeah, really, if anything, they're in a much better position, like according to union standards, because the mayor is like, don't put yourself in danger at all.
Yeah.
So
I do know there's cops that are upset with it, but yeah, you lose your job, they arrested some dude today with a gun there. I am surprised. We're getting to the place somebody's gonna get shot. There was an old man who was beaten
probably
unconscious today. An old man beaten unconscious. A little girl chased down by Antifa. Yeah, it was fucking insane, man. Anyway, Becca says the mayor's also the police commissioner there. That is true as well. What they're talking about though is just the police union going, fuck this shit. We're gonna do it. We're gonna take care of the job we're meant to do.
I mean, Reno the other thing. Sorry.
Reno says that little girl started. It's a little girl.
The other thing about this, and the other reason why they probably won't do anything, is that this doesn't bleed over into the overall crime rate. So there's no real reason to just go bug nuts and actually do something about it. Well, the other thing is that it happens, on, I guess, on controlled days at a controlled time, sort of, if you think about it. So you can barricade off the streets if you really want to and just get away from it. Like, and you're right, it's going to get worse. But at the same time, like we just talked about with the unions and stuff, I mean, as far as the unions go, they're not going to push for them to do anything about it.
Man, Tanuki says, well, they've come out and called out the mayor on it before, but there's nothing they can really do if if you want to keep your job. I mean, Man Tanuki says, I wish Antifa can just disappear from existence. Well, you'll notice they're not all over anymore. A year and a half ago, we were seeing them all over the place, and they've kind of just congregated up there in Portland because it's the only place that's still putting up with their bullshit. Now,
yeah.
Somebody mentioned, can you imagine what will happen if they think that this is the same kind of thing in Texas? There has been rumors of Antifa going down and starting shit in Texas. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And I doubt that'll go anywhere.
Thank you so much. Next 6 minutes, who says, a donut for you, monkey, fist bump, SDA, bro hugs all. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, they go down there. They will get shot. You pull that shit you did today, in Portland, where they're very strict gun laws and stuff, where you're not allowed to shoot somebody. And look, and there were several situations like, yeah, you should have shot that fucker. They go down there in Texas and do that. They're gonna get shot. They're gonna go down there and fuck with the wrong person and just get shot. Just stop. I mean, just stop. Anyhow. As I said, I didn't want
to stop vaping, so I don't know. I just feel compelled to
vape. I'm smoking. Yeah, you can't do that on stream a whole bunch though.
And no, look, it's just like, look, I've been muting myself, but someone told me to stop. So
I get you.
Don't tell me to stop vaping. I'll do it without muting myself, which is just bad news bears for everybody.
As we had to explain to, no, you're fine. As we explained to somebody tonight, the whole reason that we say monkey dick every night was because somebody told me stop talking about my dick.
Yep.
That's who I am.
Yep.
Now.
And it's why we mention movies every night.
Yep. That's where that whole thing came from.
And Jim Jones. It's like, do you guys always have to talk about it? Actually,
no, we do.
How we do. We must compulsively.
Anyway, like I said, I don't want to stay on Antifa all night because fuck those idiots. Just fuck them right in the ear. The other thing I did want to talk about that we talked about tonight, but I still feel rage in me about it. This little twat who works for TYT, what's her name? Emma Vingeland. I don't know how you say it. Vigland.
Okay, so not Anna.
No. This is Discount Anna.
Oh, is this the blonde one?
No. Let's here. I'll put her on screen so everybody can see this. Man,
Okay.
wait. Hang on. Is my Steam on? Yep. Okay. Hang on. There's something down. I'm like, why is my screen loading so slow? And it's usually because Steam is downloading something, which it probably was. There we go. This is her. There. It's Anna Light. It's Anna before plastic surgery. She's actually cuter than Anna, so that's not fair. But she's the B team nowadays. And she's upset with Bill Maher. Bill Maher says he's an atheist, but like Sam Harris, his deepest animosity for religion is reserved for brown Muslims. It's xenophobia cloaked in truth-telling. I'm ashamed to say that I used to see him as a hero. His show has become unwatchable.
She's talking about Bill Maher, you said?
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher has been cranky about, I was about to say something else. Yeah, also a factor of me not being on the air is that I talk like I'm not on the air now. Okay, anyway, Bill Maher has not been a fan of Muslims in Islam for a long time. Where the fuck has she been?
Real quick, how you doing, Jack?
Good. How you guys doing?
Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Good. I'm about to get into a rant, my friend.
Oh, well, I just back over here then.
You're here right in time, and feel free to jump in, either of you, as I do this, because this really pisses me off. Jack, for the record, this chick, Emma Vigeland, I don't know her fucking name, TYT co-host, is upset that Bill Maher attacks Muslims. He claims to be an atheist, but like Sam Harris, he only really his meanest stuff is for Muslims. Like, go fuck yourself, first of all, you stupid cunt. But the part that the video in question that upset her so much is just Bill Maher actually explaining what's going on in the Middle East and not pretending that the Palestinians have done nothing wrong, pointing out their violent activities, pointing out things like the guy who started the Palestinians said there can never be peace with Israel in Palestine. He just pointed out actual fucking history. He didn't even slam. He didn't say anything bad about Muslims other than pointing out they're violent and have been for a long time over there.
And my God, do we not? For us to properly go into all of the entire reasons and what's it's and stuff behind, just to break down the whole Israel situation. This is why nobody ever really talks about it. It's because everybody looks at it and goes, I would explain it, but we don't have time. And it's because, God damn it, we don't have time. Because it's so complicated and it's such a long, drawn out thing. The 20th century is very complicated. It's a complicated mess. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ.
It is complicated, and there's blame on both sides for different things.
Well, yeah, it was a messy time for everybody everywhere.
Well, even still today. The problem, though, is that in the press, and this is one of the things Bill pointed out, in the press, the Palestinians never get any blame. None. Even if the press does, mention, look, the Palestinians, they killed 6 Jews, but then the Jews came back and they blew up a whole city, but nobody died. Those Jews are horrible. They're bad Jews, man. Our press always blames everything on Israel. And Maher was specifically talking about the crap that's gone on with he called BDS I can't remember the exact words, but a moronic litmus test for liberals. Because you have to be against the Israels now. You got to be against the Israels. And he ripped on him for it. He didn't even bash Islam. He didn't bash Islam in there at all. But he saves his, what was the word? Hang on, let me get that. I want to be proper here. His deepest animosity for the religion of brown Muslims. Now, I want to talk about atheists for a minute. Because I give Bill Maher a lot of shit. I really do. And he deserves a whole bunch of it. But when it comes to actually being an atheist, and I believe him to be an anti-theist as well. He's one of the few, and Sam Harris, yes, is another one, who aren't fucking cowardly cunts about it. A whole bunch of motherfuckers out there love to just jump on Christianity. They love to jump on the Jews. They love to jump on those two because it's okay to do so. You do that and people say, okay, whatever. You say anything bad about the Muslims, though, you take any kind of real stand. No. You point out their, what you would call mythology for any other religion. Oh, no, you're not allowed to do that. And instead of standing up and actually doing that and being the brave souls you wish you were, you cowardly fucking pussies hide behind bashing Jews and Christians. Because you're not the badass revolutionaries you think you are. You're a bunch of fucking cowardly cunts. Bunch of fucking pussies. That's what you are. And then you see somebody who's not. Somebody who actually goes after all religions. And it's like, oh my God, he's a racist. Do you know how many black churches there are in the U.S.? Christian churches? You ever hear Bill Maher called a racist because he attacks Christianity? Nope.
Well, no, but it's different with Muslims because they actually kill people for mocking them.
Yeah. Dante says, I mean, I'm atheist, but I take shots at everyone. Mostly, I just don't care, though. You know what? That's fine. But take a look at
Bill Maher.
Take a look at your biggest atheists on this platform. Real quick, thank you, Dork.
I'm sorry.
TYT, Democrats, and Antifa especially are definitely the new KKK. You're probably not wrong. They're still the old KKK. Anyway, take a look at your biggest atheists, the ones who get all of the attention. How much time do they spend talking about Islam? Now, how much time have those same fucking cowardly bitches talked about, I don't know, the Westboro Baptist Church, a church with less than 50 fucking members? No, most of them, cowardly bitches, refuse to talk about it because if they did, they would actually have to stand up and defend themselves. Where if they talk about Christianity and Judaism, nobody messes with them. Now I've seen we've had two things thrown in there, AIU and TJ Kirk. Sure. How many videos does TJ Kirk have online? Amazing Atheist. How many videos do you have? How many of those are him bitching about Christianity, and how many of those are him bitching about, I don't know, Islam? And don't give me any shit. Well, I mean, we've only known about Islam for a year. Fucking eat me. Pussies one and all. Sorry. As for AIU, I don't know. I don't watch as much of his content, but Amazing Atheist, fucking eat me. Fucking eat me. Anyhow. They're just such cowards, man. Such fucking cowards. This bitch has no problem with Bill Maher attacking Christians. Not at all. He attacked those brown Muslims. Fuck right off. He didn't even attack Muslims, you cunt. He attacked the Palestinians who happen to be Muslim. He didn't give any religious justification for it. None. He didn't say it had anything to do with their religion. Not a fucking thing. He didn't even bring it up. He was talking about Palestinians versus Israelites. Fuck, that's a hard word to say when you're ranting. But yeah, how dare he? Do you remember how butthurt Batman got when Sam Harris and Bill Maher dared to challenge the sanctity of Islam? You're just being racist over there, Martha.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Christians ignore you when you have YouTube channels that have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers that are, yelling at them all day, right? Christians don't give a shit. Well, they do. They give a shit. But compared to what Islam does, they don't give a shit, okay? And Islam will kill you. So even if we're all wrong, or I say we as if I'm doing it, but even if they're all wrong about Islam and Islam is the one true religion, if you give a shit about freedom of speech at all, the most important religion to criticize is the one that's going to blow your head off if you criticize it.
that was the whole idea behind Draw Muhammad.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
The Trey Parker and Matt Stone, you know what? I give those guys huge fucking props, man. They their whole thing was like, look, this is when we should be joking about these assholes. This is when you should be doing it. They actually have the thing with Stan. No, only they can't draw Muhammad. Anybody else can. I'm not subject to their laws. They can eat me.
Yet.
Yeah.
I know, right? And that's what's going to happen if people keep ignoring them. They're like,
Right.
watch out for those Christians who
because
don't
people
think
have
you should
also
murder
asked.
babies.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Because I've also heard people say, whoops. I've also heard people say stuff like, why don't we criticize, things like Buddhism or Hinduism or things like that? And it's like, well, that's not to get all academic on you, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my history and sociology degrees. That's because we live in the United States of America, where nobody believes those things, and in fact, people find polytheism completely ridiculous. And Hinduism, it's a polytheistic religion, so people think it's dumb on the surface because we all believe in a monotheistic religion in the first place. So everybody
You heard it
thinks
here first, Hindus.
well, everybody
Real quick,
thinks
in chat,
Sorry.
Simply Simple says, Islam is my religion and I love my religion. Good for you. And I'm not bashing your religion right now. I'm just saying that if atheists are going to go out there and bash religion and act like they're badasses because they're doing it, be badasses and actually bash the one that might bash you back. You fucking cunts.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but yeah, the other thing that Mar did point out in there is he went through a list of Muslim countries, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. I forget all the ones he did, but he brought up the number of Christians in those countries over time. I believe the baseline was somewhere in the 80s, and then the next number was in 2003. And in all of them, the population had halved. It's not like they became less of a percentage of the population. No. There's actually there used to be 90,000 in this country. Now there's less than 40,000 kind of thing. And nobody's complaining about that, about Christians just being pushed out. But yeah, God, fucking, I'm so tired. Those poor Muslims eat me.
I gotta jump in and correct you on something here, Monkey.
Oh, go ahead.
You say no. Hi, SDA. You say no one criticizes Jews. It's because they have a catch-all.
I didn't say nobody criticizes Jews. I said criticizing Jews is fine. I said nobody criticizes Islam.
They have a catch-all. If you criticize Jews, you are immediately labeled an anti-Semite.
Yeah, there is that. I mean, I've seen that with people. But I've seen Bill Maher many times make jokes and criticize Jews, and I've never heard him called an anti-Semite. Not once.
What has he said criticism-wise towards Jews?
He's made Jesus Christ, man. You know what? I will find clips for you. Because you're asking me for the.
I'm looking it up right now, and it says Bill Maher slams media for ignoring anti-Semitism. I don't see anything saying Bill Maher criticizes Jewish people. Bill Maher rallies against anti-Israeli boycott. So it seems like he's pretty pro-Israel and pretty pro-Jewish.
Well, right now he's against the BDS thing because he thinks it's stupid. Because it is.
The what? I'm sorry.
BDS.
I don't know what that is.
Boycott, divest, sanction. That's the whole thing that Omar and
well, that's because they're being dishonest about it.
How do you mean?
Because they were told they can go, but not be cunts while they're there.
Well, no, it's not just that. I mean, the BDS movement has been picking up steam. They've been asking people in Congress to become members and to not a scribe, promise to join their movement. Asking companies to. That's where the divest comes from. just to take everything out of Israel to punish them for how horribly they treat those poor Palestinians.
I saw one of them shared a comic by some dude who said Israel is treating Palestinians the same way the Jews were treated during the Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Treating Jews the same way. Say again. I'm sorry.
That Israel was treating Palestine the same way the Jews were treated during the Holocaust.
I didn't see that. Who said it?
It was some comic, like political comic.
Uh-huh.
It was it had a Jew and the striped things hung up on barbed wire like a swastika, and then a Palestinian hung the same way. It said "never again" to happening now.
No, I haven't seen that, and that's retarded.
But yeah, I just thought that was pretty interesting.
If the look, I remember I was back on when I used to visit the real-time boards. God, more than a decade ago now. Has it been that long? God, maybe it's half a decade. No, it's been at least that. There was a peace treaty made. Not a treaty, a timeout. What is it called? Ceasefire.
A timeout.
A timeout. Yeah. Well, that's what it basically is. And I remember we were joking about, all the stuff we did, and then that news broke and we started talking about it. I'm like, okay, how long until a Palestinian kills somebody and destroys this thing? And it took less than 6 hours. Less than 6 hours and nobody, by the way, everybody on that board, very left, very pro-Palestinian. Nobody would make a bet with me on how long it would take either. Because they're like, yeah, it's probably going to happen.
Yeah, I wonder why they wouldn't bet.
Yeah. Look, again, I'm not saying the Israelis are perfect. But if we had to deal with the Palestinians, for all you guys out there, like, terrorism's a horrible thing in our country now. Imagine being the Israelis, man. Those fuckers used to jump on buses with school children and just blow them the fuck up.
I mean, I can't really bring myself to give a shit either way what goes on over there. As far as I'm concerned, they're both illegitimate states that mean nothing to me.
I don't care about either of them. Well, in the sense that as I watch, if I see something that I think is wrong, I'll say I think it's wrong. I don't care that Scotland is a place. I really don't. I'm not going there. I'm glad for all you Scots. I love you. But in that sense, I mean,
Scots.
it doesn't affect me. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to having the discussions about it, especially in this case, he saves his harshest criticism for those poor brown Muslims. Fuck off.
And that's Bill who supposedly does that, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Does this all stem from the Sam Harris thing?
No. She does mention this. This stems specifically from the Omar Rashid Tlaib thing, because they were talking about BDS, and he asked his panels, "What is BDS?" And his panel, and they all just stayed silent. He goes, "Since you guys won't answer, I will."
DJ wants to know what BDS is.
It means boycott, divest, sanction. It is a movement to punish Israel for their treatment of the Palestinians. They want them boycotted. They want companies to divest from Israel, and they want Israel to be harshly sanctioned for how they treat those poor Palestinians. It's nonsense is the problem. But Bill, as I was saying, he did a segment yesterday, Friday, on his most recent show, and you can find it out there on YouTube. It was actually a CNN video. Bill Maher at Real Time has their own YouTube channel where they put clips up, but this clip was not from them. This was from CNN, where you can watch it. Let me see. I believe that bitch, she linked to the Hill article. Give me a second. I'll actually bring it up so you guys can watch it if you want.
Well, I think part of the reason that Palestine acts so aggressive is because Israel just keeps taking chunks of land. Like, didn't they just take Golan Heights?
Well, they've been fighting
right,
over that for a while. Hang on just a second. Here it is.
Simon Wilkins says Bill Maher is Jewish. I think everyone knew that.
No,
And then
he's,
Hayden
he's
says,
half Jewish. He was raised Catholic.
He was raised
was
Catholic.
his mother
yes.
Jewish?
Yeah,
His mother was Jewish.
So he's Jewish.
Yes.
And then Hayden White says, no, he's an atheist. No, he's Jewish.
He's an
He might be an
anti-theist.
atheist, but he's a Jew. He's ethnically Jewish.
Yeah, but that's like saying, and I realize the whole they claim you whether you want or not, but that's like saying I am Irish. I have Irish ancestry. You know how closely tied I am to Ireland.
But you're still an Irish person.
I'm an American.
You're Irish. Shut up.
I'm American. Eat me. Anyway, I threw the link to that into chat if you guys want to see it, and go see if you think Bill said anything horrible about them Muslims, man.
Hayden White says, oh, come on, there's a difference. No, they do DNA tests in Israel to see if you're Jewish. Religions don't show up on a DNA test. Ethnicity does.
Fair enough. I get what you're saying. I do, and I don't. By Israeli standards, he's a Jew because if your mother was Jewish, doesn't matter how you were raised, you are a Jew. You are a Jew. But no, he was raised Catholic. He's an American. So basically, Monkey, you're saying that Palestine wants Israel dead, and they are mad that Israel doesn't bend over and take it. Yeah, partially. I mean, look,
That
anytime we
goes
see
both
this
ways,
shit. Do you remember the last time we saw look how bad they're treating those protesters, and they showed the pictures of the protesters, and they were all standing there peacefully, or maybe one of them was throwing a rock, and it came out days later. There were other pictures from it where you have them like not just throwing rocks, like using slingshots, and I don't know if I can't remember if there was like an actual what we call a gun, but they were violently protesting. They blew shit up. There was fires all over the fucking place. Nah, those damn Jews did it again.
Let me get a little spicy here real quick.
What are you gonna say on my stream?
Ethnicity doesn't matter. Ideology does. Tell me how well that's
Absolutely.
working over in the UK right now.
Well, I get what you're saying there, but I've said this, especially like when it comes to America. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care what you look like. If you believe what I believe, if you believe in America, and you're American to me. And I don't care what you look like. The problem over there is that they've just brought in too many people that see. We used to bring in people who wanted to be Americans, and we've been bringing in. Even we've been doing it with like refugees. We bring in people who want to transport their culture here. They don't want to melt. They want to. No. We have Dearborn now. You know.
I really don't want to do this on your stream. So can we move past this?
Sure, we can do it on another stream.
Because my power level won't stay hidden very long.
You and me you and me will sit down and discuss this one day. We can have this discussion.
Okay, because I took this same exact stance talking to JF, and he verbally bitch slapped me. So I think this is a good conversation to have every now and then.
I haven't seen that, so I'd like to, but
it's a long time ago.
No, it's all about what you're. Man, it used to be so. Do you guys I don't know. You and SDA are probably way too young.
Demographics have a correlation with ideology. I'll just leave it at that.
I know Jack will remember. Jack, do you remember how cool it used to be? They would have these great big ceremonies of these people who just wanted to be American, and they finally got their citizenship. And like every now and then they do a thing on like Good Morning America or
holy shit, Rebecca. I don't know how to say her last name.
Just Becca.
She just tweeted me, "Is Bill Maher Jewish?" And it's a link to a website. Oh fuck, that's hilarious.
I know about those, Monkey. I'm a history major. Jesus freaking Christ!
Well, I didn't. Well, you weren't there to see. I mean, it used to actually be something that was like a big deal, kind of like
I know.
Back when they do the 100th birthday on Good Morning America with Willard Scott.
Yeah.
They don't just do them anymore. They're boring.
I know
now.
about these things.
But it used to be a great thing, and you'd always see these people. We always wanted to come to America, and we love America. And now you see these fucking assholes in the street with fucking Mexican flags. Go fuck yourself. Why are you here if you're waving a Mexican flag?
Yeah, they come here waving a Mexican flag, going, "We demand America, but we don't want to do anything to help America."
Right?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You are literally a foreign fucking agent.
You come to my country waving somebody else's flag, you can get the fuck out. What about free speech? They have their take it. Go over there. Go try that in your country. Anyhow, yeah, we can move past this. Sinatra, why are you up so late, man?
We went out to see a movie,
What'd
and
you see?
we saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh, how was it?
It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was okay. I figured like they really just wanted to make a movie out of the stories, but didn't know how to do it. So they
No.
wrote some convoluted story around it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's based on a series of young adult children kind of books.
Yeah, they did a good job of making it not super child friendly, and the art in the movie, because I think what's his name, Guillermo del Toro was involved in making the movie.
Mhm.
So you can really see his style and the art. If you remember the art from the original books, not the
I don't
re-release,
remember the original books at all. So,
but the art from the original, they stayed so true to that. I was really impressed by that. But that's about as far as it goes.
fair enough.
It wasn't bad.
I just wonder how much of, because you're an adult now, how do you know if the stories were actually ones from the books?
Tangentially, sort of. Okay, spoiler talk.
Wait, hang on. Guys, we'll be spoiling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Sinatra.
So in the movie, it's these kids who find a book, and the book has stories from the original books. Now, as the movie progresses, they have to start like killing off the main characters.
Oh,
so
okay.
They do it by telling stories from the books.
Whose
So
voice was that?
what?
I don't know. You know what? Ignore me. Goodbye.
She's over there vaping. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Fucking vapors. So they do it by telling stories from the books. Like the one everyone will remember is the girl who had a pimple on her face and it pops and spiders crawl out of it. That kills off one of the characters in the movie. So it's kind of like that.
I just sent you a link in DMs that Jack had sent over. I don't know about anybody else, but I often miss the private chat there. But there's a link to some of the Jew jokes from Mar if you want to check those out.
Again, jokes, not criticism.
You're not allowed to make jokes either.
He
Anyhow,
doesn't make criticisms. He's a comedian, remember? Just like Jon Stewart.
indeed. I wish I got that. I wish they would admit I'm a comedian. I need somebody call me a comedian so I can just have that fallback. I'm a comedian. I'm also a newsie. I'm a reporter / comedian / jackass.
Professional fuckwit. That's what my fucking Twitter thing should say.
Jack, how was your day, man? You've had some busy ones lately.
Yeah, I've been real busy in the real world.
The chat also wants to know if you're Jewish, Jack.
No, I'm not.
Okay, good. So we can still hang out then.
God damn it.
Cool.
I said this morning, Sinatra, you're as close to an asshole as I have for a friend.
Aw, thank you.
And I mean it. But that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I like having people who are challenging. And that sounds so wrong, doesn't it?
No, not really.
He's a challenge. He's that boy. That boy. That's not how I meant it. I hope you understand how I meant it.
I know exactly what you mean.
All right.
You're
That
a
boy's
handful.
That boy's a chore. No, Shit.
Real quick, Chuck donated to my Streamlabs to say, I don't know why there was an error last time I donated, but let's see if this works. Hi, SDA. It did work, and thank you.
Polly, go fuck
I
yourself.
got a donation to. Oh, no, never mind. No.
Real quick. Polly says he tells jokes about the news. Ranting Monkey is a news entertainer. And I just told you to go fuck yourself over that one. You know what you did. Go sit in the corner.
Wait, what did he do?
Oh, that's right. You're so out of the loop. News
I am.
entertainer is Polly's word for the shitty people we see on the news every night because
The
they're not actually.
commentators, like
Yeah,
Don
they're-
Lemon.
Well, not even that. I mean, not
Wait,
just
who?
that, any
Who
of them.
did you just say?
Don
Don
Lemon.
Lemon.
This is Worst Journalist of
You
the Year.
fucker.
Don Lemon, Worst Journalist of the Year.
You need to send me that. Thank you, Mighty Balzac, who says you make Sinatra spun special. I think he's meant sound special. No, he's not special. No, Sinatra. One of the things that I do love about Sinatra, I'll talk about you for a moment, is that Sinatra does not. He doesn't get angry, but he will defend his position. And there's so many people won't do that. Even with what we did just now, it's like we're going to stop what we're doing because we want the show to move on to other things. We will likely have that discussion another point. But Sinatra will stand up for what he actually believes, and there are a lot of people who won't do that. And there, of course, me and you've had disagreements. That's fine. It's a beautiful thing to disagree with people and be friends, for fuck's sake.
I gotta say, I understand you and Fane are friends. I almost said Jewish. I understand you and Fane are friends, but dude, sometimes I really don't know because he was being a fucking douche to Satsu earlier. He called him like a right-wing gut or something. I think he deleted the tweet, but I had to kind of jump on it.
When it comes to those kind of things, because he actually suggested that Scribe, of all people, was just a right-wing shill.
Oh, is he now?
I'm like, look, okay, I can kind of get it if you say it about me. I can kind of get it if you say it sometimes when Satsu will jump into a conversation we've been in and he's on my side. So, okay, so maybe. But Scribe? Fucking Scribe? No, here's...
The right wing is a very accepting, broad-based, big tent group these days. I mean, they're letting black people in. They're letting lefties in. They're letting Scribe in.
By Scribe's old standards, he'll tell you, just 10 years ago, he would probably be considered a far lefty back then, or at least definitely a lefty. And now he's like, I don't even know where the fuck I fit.
I really hate this. Like, I always hate these fights. I don't like it when you guys argue. I hate it when Satsu gets involved because I'm like really good friends with all of you. And so I'm just like, stop fighting.
Well, here's the thing. And this is what I was about to say with me and Fane. When it comes to politics, we are like philosophically different. Just we are. And he tends to be, he tends to go to snap judgment. Somebody just said that in chat. Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. He snaps. And I don't mean he just snap rush judgment. And oftentimes that leads to the actual debate getting derailed and it just turns into a shit show.
He's got a really big mouth on Twitter.
Yeah, he does.
He makes it personal really fast.
He does. But he gets mad if you do it back. He got really mad at me one time when I told him to blow me. He's like, that was just so, I didn't realize you hated me. I'm like, no, that's the kind of shit I say to my friends when they're annoying me. It's just,
yeah, I forget what I said to him, but he got very, very upset with me once.
Now, here's the other part of it, though. We have that disagreement, but when it comes to everything else, me and Fane get along great, man. I think Fane is funny as shit.
Well, he's a really nice guy, okay?
He is a nice guy.
You wouldn't know it from his Twitter feed. Jeez.
That's the problem. Well,
and like I will concede that. Here's the thing. I'm in Atlanta. He's in Atlanta. We know each other in real life, so we're really good friends.
Look, I love Fane, and I've said that many. And the other day when we had our disagreement, I mean, I didn't think that went horribly. I thought that I know he was arguing from a disingenuous place, which was part of the problem. And it's not that he was being disingenuous necessarily with his argument, but his overall motive. Because this was the one about Beto's lying ad, and then he wanted to know how I felt about Trump's statement during his speech about the abortion beliefs of Democrats. And what he was basically getting at and danced around for quite a while before he actually got there is that he just thinks the left needs that there's nothing wrong with the left actually lying about Trump because he thinks that's all Trump does about other people. So it's fair. And he seems to think that Trump only won because that's what Trump did and nobody's done it to him.
He won because Hillary was the single most unlikable candidate to ever run.
I adopted a shopping cart.
We'll get to your shopping cart in just a moment.
Are you homeless?
No.
I want to finish this thought about Fane, though. Every other part of it.
Are you homeless?
Me and him get along really great. And if you guys watch his stuff, especially him and Pat together, oh my God, they're funny as shit.
Especially because Pat's conservative, too.
It is. It makes it kind of fun. And if you watch Pat fuck with Fane on Twitter, it's just beautiful because every now and then he'll just poke him, like telling him you talk too much or that kind of shit. It's beautiful. But yeah, we can move on from that. But no, I get along with people that I don't like. It's okay.
By the way, the poll I put up about a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
Has 9,126 votes. 88% to yes, we should reopen asylums, and 12% to no.
There you have it, guys.
Tell what percentage of people live in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, SDA, you did what with the shopping cart? With who now? What?
So
you did what to who for how many cornflakes?
So my best friend Addie, she's
been a shopping cart.
Yeah, she's a shopping cart. So she's been on streams before. Yeah, she has. Monkey, you've spoken to her.
Yep.
That doesn't make her real, SDA.
She's like,
no, I've actually seen her face.
Unlike you, she's been on camera.
Ooh, at least I show my face. The old
Shush.
Opinionated Scotsman argument.
Anyway, so she moved to Colombia, and I was helping her.
The city or the country?
The one with the O.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
All right, bud.
I figure an SDA story is the perfect time to get up and do something other than listen to an FDA story.
Anyway, so she moved to Colombia, and of course, when you have two girls who are totally adults, and then boyfriend and his friend moving to like helping her, then everything's going to be fine because the guys had to leave us. I mean, they got everything into the apartment, but then they had to leave us. So they left us with like a giant U-Haul, which was fine because like she drove it down, so it was fine because we know how to drive it, so it's all good. We almost got murdered taking it back because taking it back, you have to go to the bad part of Colombia. And we found out where the bad part of Colombia is, so that was fun. But what happened was, we were like taking stuff up to the apartment, and this guy just sees us like with the U-Haul, and he's like, "Oh, I stole a shopping cart and I don't want it anymore. You can just have it. It'll make it easier." And so we were like, okay. And so now we have a shopping cart, and it is just in her living room, and we have adopted it. And
so some random hobo gave you a shopping cart.
He wasn't a hobo. He was a well-dressed man who was like, "Here is my public shopping cart," and we were like, "Yes, I'll take it."
So a newly found hobo, gave you some stolen shopping cart, and you guys are just receiving stolen property.
And then they did meth.
Yeah, apparently.
What? No, we did coke. We're in Colombia. Anyway,
you didn't do coke with no homeless dude.
I like that even SDA's bad part of town, and you can't see the air quotes because I'm not on camera. But
I'm back.
Even the bad part of town has people that are dressed well.
Right.
It was
shopping carts.
The apartment was Polly. The apartment wasn't in the bad part of town.
Who are you yelling at?
Real quick. Hi, Polly. Hello.
The apartment's not in the bad part of town. The U-Haul's in the bad part. The U-Haul place was in the bad part of town.
So you got the shopping cart closer to her house.
No, the shopping cart was literally like in the apartment complex.
Oh, okay. So he's just fencing his loot And he's like, this shopping cart's too well linked to what I stole today.
It's got my fingerprints all over it.
Yeah.
SDA, where was the shopping cart from?
I don't know.
It didn't have a marker on it anymore?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, wow.
It's probably from a high-end store then.
Yeah.
Right. Time out. It doesn't? You still have it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We kept it. I mean, look, the maintenance guy had to come over, so we shoved it in a closet. But
wait, you put a shopping cart in a closet?
We wanted to keep him.
How big are your fucking closets?
They're not big enough for a shopping cart.
Is it a full-size shopping cart or one of those lazy?
No, it's a full-size shopping cart, but like the shopping cart barely fits. It was a thing.
So
if we're not
a felony on stream.
No,
it was a gift.
It was a gift
from a random hobo.
Stolen property.
Okay, so did you name it Carty? Let's name him Carty.
We named him Sir Shoppington the Third.
Okay, so Sir Shoppington. What'd you say?
Vaping, lovely.
Sorry, I forgot.
I wish I was that cool.
So I'm not calling it that. Carty. He's just sitting in your friend's apartment doing what? Like she practicing to be a bag lady? I don't understand why you kept this.
Because apartments have elevators, right?
Uh-huh.
In the nice areas, yeah.
And we have to carry heavy shit. And we're two small white chicks. We use shopping carts. So
black women are stronger? Is that what you're...
I get what you did with it. What is the plan going forward?
We don't. Honestly, we were like, look, we're just going to keep it. It's going to be a conversation piece.
Thank you, Dork, who says, come on, guys, it's called a trolley. Bloody Imperials.
How you doing, Dork?
No, it's not called trolleys. That's one of your Islander words. Tell your king we said hi. So
just go ahead.
This sounds more like a souvenir from a serial killing.
It kind of does.
What? No.
What? SDA, let's get back to the guy who gave it to you.
Yeah.
How clean did he look?
He looked fine.
Was he? Does he live in the building?
I don't think so.
Was he using it to try to hit on you guys?
No.
Maybe if I give these bitches,
you know what? I think it was a guy like also moving in. I think it was a guy moving in his daughter.
Was she a homeless person?
No.
Did it smell vaguely of meth?
I think.
Where did they get it from? Where's the dead homeless body that I assume is somewhere around the building?
I don't know.
Well, how do you not ask these questions if
because we were like, we have heavy stuff. This is so convenient and it's such a good idea. He was like, I've been using the shopping cart to get the heavy shit up to the apartment. You guys should do that. And we were like, okay.
Yeah, it's bags of empty cans. That's what he's been moving in this because a hobo.
Oh my god.
So we did, and then we kept it.
Oh, I need to address something in chat. No dangerous spaces. I'm not suggesting serial killers murder people's shopping carts. That's impractical. They're moving the bodies with them.
Indeed. Now you get them up the elevator.
Hands on top of them.
So your friend moved into a place with homeless people.
Maybe.
Is this a halfway house?
There's also a doctor there, and he's kind of hot.
Is he like the group home resident, like that oversees the patients?
I don't know, but he's kind of hot.
Okay, I've never lived in an apartment that had an elevator.
No, because you're poor.
I am. What the fuck? Should have stole a shopping cart.
Apparently.
Am I high? No, this is just my personality.
You ever been high?
No.
Were you high when you stole the shopping cart and created this imaginary guy that gave it to you?
You asshat.
No, that was the guy.
I'm sorry. I didn't call you an asshat. Don't jump. I'm so sorry.
You called him an asshat, and you definitely meant it. We all
heard. No,
she's talking to her dog now.
My dog.
No.
Anything mean she says is directed at us. Anything nice is to the dog.
Yeah.
So what happened is she was at the Piggly Wiggly, and there was some dude rounding up carts, and she was like, "Dude, can I totally have one of these?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm done with it, whatever." And
No,
she just took off with it, and now this dude's making $8 an hour, and he's like, "Oh, I thought she was going to go shopping," and they just took off into the woods over there.
Sophie stole it to try to own the right wing.
Do you feel bad, SDA, knowing that right now you own a homeless lady's house?
No.
Wow.
Well, she felt a lot worse when she was burying the homeless lady in the back. Crawl space filling up. Time to get a pond.
Breaking news. I got a little bit of breaking news.
Oh, God, what broke?
There is a mass shooting outside of the Los Santos Diamond Casino. Some man just lost 500,000 chips and is shooting everyone he sees. There are 3 currently down. 4, 5, 6. Very good.
The fuck are you talking about?
7. 2 valets are dead. I'm playing GTA.
This is GTA. Dear God. You asshole. See, you're a chore sometimes.
I was about to be like, wow, the news cycle has gotten way more efficient since I've been gone.
Yeah, look at it. Wow.
I was about to be so impressed. I was like, oh my gosh, wow, they've like really outdone themselves. Never mind.
Polly.
Hi. Who's the handsome boy?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Polly. That was like, damn.
No.
I got a boner.
Really, Sinatra? Yeah, I just lost a fuck ton of chips, so I just went outside and started shooting people.
Polly, you ever stole a shopping cart?
I didn't steal it.
Just let it happen. Polly?
Unlike SDA, I don't like, confessing to felonies online.
I put
They're not cheap. Like, shopping carts are not. You would think that they're inexpensive, but they're actually not.
You get a cheap one for $150. It's the deluxe models that are like $300.
And where she lives, obviously, it's probably the deluxe model. Probably has air conditioning in that bitch.
Look, hey,
what?
We're in Colombia.
I know you're a bunch of little rich white girls. I wasn't judging.
Like Colombia.
You know what it's known for? Drugs.
Yeah. Coke, which is what she told us earlier.
Do you remember the mall cop streams we would sometimes have, where it would be about that dude Darren Long, who would just tase people in the mall?
No.
Well, that was in Atlanta. So when you say SDA lives in a good area, I'm fucking X to doubt, my friend.
It depends on which part of Atlanta, man. SDA's a rich kid.
Are you?
She ain't rich. Her parents are.
Yeah, like I'm not. I mean, now I pay for my parents feed me, but everything
I'll stick around till your parents die.
Like my parents feed me, but everything else I now pay for. Like I pay for my tuition, and all that kind of stuff, and like all the YouTube stuff I pay for.
Well, good for you.
And the book stuff I pay for, like,
But yeah, there's nice places around even the worst city. I mean, there's nice places around Detroit, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, like look, Atlanta is very nice, except for the places where it's,
Oh, I get you. I know.
I think she's talking about the darker neighborhoods, if you know what I'm saying.
I didn't say that.
Where the shadow people are.
The shadow people. Holy
Where the
fuck.
shadow people are. What
The darkies,
fuck?
if you will.
Oh, no. Wow.
No, seriously, Sinatra, we used to have a neighbor in Virginia. We lived in a black part of town in Norfolk. If you know, that's all black. And our little old white neighbors used to call them darkies.
Oh, no.
And she'd do it to their face. She wasn't racist. That's just the name she knew for them. Apparently, nobody ever told her black. I don't. So yeah,
she's like the grandma in fucking Blazing Saddles.
She used to feed us, man. She didn't have her kids anymore. They'd all moved away. So, she would have us come in all the time and feed us cookies and cake, and it was great. And she said, "You and your little darky friend come in." Like, oh my God. We always went. They never got offended. I ain't fucking. Call me darky. Give me some cookies.
So
well, I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Looks like fentanyl is the drug of choice in Colombia, from what I'm reading here. So, is that what you guys were moving? in the shopping cart?
Well, real quick, someone asked SJ, have you told your parents about the pet trolley, or is that going to be a surprise? My mom immediately got a picture. So yeah, they know. They got live updates.
Your hobo aside is really disturbing me. I'm just picturing this poor bag lady. Probably had people that loved her.
Seriously, guys.
And you buried her in her own trash right out by the curb. Put a little roadside memorial with her body on it. And you're like, oh my god.
Why are you being so mean?
They put a candle from Bed Bath and Beyond on
I
it.
didn't steal a shop. Hi. I didn't steal a shopping cart.
Receiving stolen property. My bad.
Yeah, that's a felony.
Is it?
If he's got a car stereo, don't take it. He's a cop.
I like listening to the radio. Here's a radio you can have. This is just to get her started. He's going to start selling her more.
Yeah.
You've completely derailed this stream with your shopping cart.
know.
Now that we have 4 men here, do you want to tell us about your personal life updates you were going to tell me about?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, it was mostly the shopping cart thing.
Oh, that is your personal life up. Now I'm sad for you.
You know what? It's not really that. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's kind of it.
I'm sad for Publix. They're out of shopping cart.
Well, I guess it's, I don't know, like my best friend moved to Columbia. School started.
Oh my goodness.
What
is going on there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a full house and nobody gives a shit about SDA schooling.
Wait, sorry guys. You guys talk. There's three. There's a bunch of you fuckers on there. Talk for a minute.
Well, be sure and donate to the stream. Get whether it's Monkey or the rest of us, but obviously Monkey needs money. And be sure and like and share the stream. And subscribe if you haven't.
Oh, thank you.
And Monkey's got a Patreon that he never mentions.
It's in the link.
Same. It's in the link.
Yeah.
It's in the description. Along with his Teespring store.
It's in the fucking thing down there. Yeah, and don't forget to donate to the folks on the dais with me and go hang out at their channels and stuff. And SDA sells books and Jack sells books and
yeah. I got a book cover. Sorry. It's like 3 a.m. I got a book cover. It's not public yet, but we got a book cover for our next book. It's really pretty. I apologize.
All of my books have covers.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I said I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm busy wondering if that shopping cart feels like you're kidnapping it or not. Is it like an intense hostage situation? Like,
stop.
Do I wait till they go to sleep and try and escape? They don't even call me by my real name of Cardi McCarts a lot.
No, his name is Sir Shoppington III.
Well, that's what you renamed him. I mean, he's like the Lindbergh baby. You know, his parent shopping carts are out there like, will Junior ever come home?
Oh, I was asked how my degree is going. You know what? Actually, I think I might graduate, which is weird.
You didn't name it Cardi B, so I really don't care what you named it. It's a wasted opportunity.
Oh my God, you're right.
it's a shopping cart. I feel like it doesn't need a name. You should name it Felony. I'm curious. I'm still curious about the guy who just randomly gave you a shopping cart. Did he look like Qui-Gon Jinn?
No, he was like, honestly, I don't know how he didn't have a heat stroke because he was in like pants.
Like he was wearing all the clothes he owned? Kind of thing?
No.
Did he smell vaguely of body odor, like dirty
and urine?
crotch?
No.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't
all
like
right.
that.
Was he wearing a wire? Was he like talking to his chest funny? Like, yeah, she's taking the bait.
Do you want the cart? You're still what? Steal a shopping cart, you're off your trolley. I get you. Hi Poppy, how you doing, sweetheart? And hi Dax. We're at 5, or I'd invite you in, man. Polly.
Yeah.
You called me a news entertainer earlier, you fuck. Did that fucking laugh, you asshole. Oh, man.
That was pretty great the way I snuck it in.
It was. When I saw it, you asshole.
What kind of beer do you think Spider-Man would drink?
Also, someone said, no, Dork Oracle said it's too bad there's not some fucked up family drama going on. The stories are also super interesting. I mean, like, there is like other stuff happening. It's just, I was just trying to be like, what would I share on the air? And I think shopping cart's about it.
Which Spider-Man are you talking about? Peter Parker? Because I picture him more of as a whiskey kind of guy.
No, he's definitely fucking duels.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to give him a Heineken.
Now, if you're talking about the other one, I don't know. Isn't he too young to
he's
drink?
two-fisting it. He's got a brandy glass in one hand. He's going to have a beer bottle in the other hand. See, I'm in the middle of making a we'll be right back screen for OBS.
Oh, yeah.
I mean? So I grabbed a picture of Spider-Man from the 1967 classic cartoon, and he's standing there and he's holding his one hand out in such a way that it looks like he could be holding a wine glass. But I decided to put like a snifter of brandy in his one hand. Here, I'll show you instead of just describing it.
You know what Spider-Man wouldn't do? Abide people stealing shopping carts.
That's true.
Yeah, he would hang them for the police to come get.
You know what he does? He fights crime.
Hang on, I gotta read this to you. Some who sent that to me? It was Dangerous Spaces. It's a Hillary tweet from earlier, and we're actually gonna put it on the screen. And let me know when you see. Oh, first we'll do Polly's thing here. Oh, I see what you got.
Say, I already fit it into his hand and made it all look right. And now I got to go. I'm going to put a beer bottle in his. He's going to be two-fisting because it's time for a break. So he's going to get real drunk while he's on break.
Well, if he's going to get real drunk, he should get some Great Lakes. The Great Berry Monster. That shit'll fuck your day up real bad.
Put a cigarette in the other hand, man.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
kind of how his hand is shaped.
A big cigar.
Well, I don't know. We don't want him to look poncy. He's already got a snifter in one hand.
The fact that you don't call it just a glass.
No shit.
Sounds a little poncy.
Did he say?
Oh, I'm classy. Are you sitting at your grand piano looking at your collection?
All right, guys. Hillary Clinton said, "Missed your chance to hang with Hillary last time. Enter to meet her and George Clooney." Who sees it?
Clooney.
No. Who sees the funny there?
I hang with Hillary.
Well, there's a lot of jokes you could crack there. Some about super predators.
Wait, what?
Your chance to hang with Hillary.
I
Jeffrey,
get it.
If your name is Jeffrey, you
don't be
missed your
sad.
chance. Hashtag don't be sad. Yeah.
I'm not sad.
I'm not sad. She didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. The leaving Neverland. Well, I don't know why I can't say that tonight. That was trending. The lies of leaving Neverland. I don't know if you guys have been following this whole thing. Razor Fist is the only reason I even paid any attention to it. He did a great series on the whole Michael Jackson molestation charges, especially these latest ones in his third video on it, where he just ripped Ben Shapiro a new ass for just hashtag listen and believe. Mm-hmm. But now everybody seems to be finally catching on that whole fucking thing was that whole Leaving Neverland movie documentary was a bunch of bullshit. The two accusers, I forget, what are their names again? Douchebag and cocksucker.
Yeah.
They've been caught lying over and over and over again, telling different stories of the same events.
But I don't know if what Michael Jackson did. I'm just saying the dude's weird and creepy, and that if I had to picture a pedo, it would look a lot like the costume Michael Jackson wears.
And you know what? I get that, Jack. I do. And that's part of the reason I think everybody was like, yeah, he's probably a fucking pedo. But if you listen to the actual stories and stuff, if you haven't watched Razorfist video on this, Jack, you really should.
I don't care enough.
I actually
don't give a shit about Michael Jackson at all.
I came away from it feeling bad, man, because I've enjoyed he's a the pedophile jokes. By the way, I still tell them because they're so funny.
Yeah.
But no, this poor guy, he got fucked like bad. He was just a guy who liked to make kids happy.
Yeah, but being weird and wanting to make kids happy is a bad combination.
It is, but it doesn't make you a pedo.
No,
and,
but it does make you look like a pedo. That's the problem. Is it's a believable scenario because he does act really, or he did rather act really, really weird. So it's kind of hard to escape that. You watch the weird shit they did. The whole thing with the rejuvenation chamber and all that other weird shit that was a lot of it was put out by him. It kind of creates an image in your head of somebody that's just a giant weirdo.
And again, I get that, but there's a difference between weirdo and pedo. And
oh yeah, I know. But
these two assholes, it's sad that Michael's not alive to be able to sue him. Because I would love to see these little shitbags just sued into having to steal shopping carts. Because they are despicable shitheads trying to.
Hey,
what?
That took you a minute.
It did.
It did. I'm really
vaping.
getting tired.
They're despicable shitheads who are trying to besmirch the memory of a man that, by all accounts, treated them and their families very, very well.
That's a problem with celebrity, though, is you attract a lot of vultures that are going to prey on you.
Yeah.
And the worst thing he ever did was settle a lawsuit. Because that made him look guilty in a lot of people's eyes. And it helped fuel rumors. It
did. And if you look at why he did that's one of the reasons I was always like, yeah, he probably did. I mean, this fucker settled a lawsuit. He paid off a witness. Not at all what happened.
No, but that's how it's going to look.
Yep, but see, that's why things like Razorfist, his videos, and it is funny this thing going around. It's the Lies of Leaving Neverland. This is blowing up real big. It got to as high as 3 trending on Twitter for the U.S., for the Netherlands, for several places around the world. The highest I saw was 3 for any of them. But it's good to see people. But almost every point they made in there were points that Razorfist had already made. It was, but it's good to see. It's good to see these.
Pasted out of his video.
What were you gonna say?
I am getting really, really tired, so I'm going to hop
Go
off.
crawl in your shopping cart.
Yep, I'm gonna go crawl in my stolen shopping cart.
Does it still have the old stinky blanket in it?
Yep, like the homeless murderer that I am.
Still.
It's not that we like giving you a hard time, SDA. It's just you made it really easy by accepting stolen shopping carts.
Well, I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Well, there's
I'm
not
tired.
much to say.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me on.
If you want to have some fun tomorrow morning, SDA, take that shopping cart out tonight and get it really red. Like just, get some, I don't know, food coloring and some wine and pour it around there and get maybe swipe a mannequin from somewhere and wrap it up and put it in the shopping cart, put it by the curb and just see what happens.
Where the hell is this Lies of Leaving Neverland thing?
What's that?
Where's this Lies of Leaving Neverland thing?
Oh, let me find it.
I think it's just Lies of Neverland, isn't it?
No. Leaving Neverland.
Oh.
Because it's specifically about the movie.
Do you think Oprah's going to recant?
What's that?
Right.
You think Oprah's going to back off of it? I doubt it.
No, Oprah doesn't back off anything she's done.
That's what I mean.
She did with that dude with the million little
lies. Well, that's because she looked like an asshole.
She did. Well, she does with these two too. There were a lot of
but they would have to accept coming on her show and then listen to her righteously rip them a new one like she did with A Million Little Lies, Million Little Pieces, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. I can't ever remember it because it's to me it's A Million Little Fibers, the South Park takeoff on it, where Oprah's pussy shoots itself.
Oh yeah, that was the episode that was yeah. Her snatch takes her butthole on a
What?
runaway excursion to get away from Oprah.
yes.
Yeah. I
Oh,
remember
South
that.
Park.
Yeah, it was wild as hell. Like, why does Oprah Snatch talk with an Aussie accent and her butthole talks with like a Cockney accent? It was weird.
It was
Well,
I
they're
loved
beautiful.
it.
different
It was
places.
hilarious. It made no fucking sense at all, but yeah, it was funny.
Hang on, I'm getting the actual link to because there's a website, and then the website actually links to a YouTube video, so you can get to both of them. I'm going to put them in the chat for everybody who wants to see it.
Yeah, because I looked it up on YouTube and like YouTube was like, what? No, go fuck yourself.
There you go. There's a video right there that you can go straight to YouTube and watch
Thank
it.
you.
You're welcome. And
Okay.
I encourage anybody who is interested in that at all to check it out, because man, those fucking lying little shitbags. I hope bad shit happens to them. Anyhow,
Didn't because of that fucking Leaving
Alright.
Neverland, didn't the Matt Groening pull his fucking Michael Jackson episode?
he
Real
did.
quick. Good night, guys.
Good night,
Good
sweetie. Have a
night.
good one. The Simpsons pulled it. There were a couple of radio stations around the country and actually around the world we're never going to play Michael Jackson music again. Yeah. A bunch of fucking assholes like that.
There's 4 on here, so you could bring Dax in, I guess.
I was just doing that.
Well, now you can't.
I know, because it makes it sound like it was your idea.
Yeah.
I don't do what you want to do. Let's see. There we go. Daxie, the Streamlabs link is in your DMs. Yeah, that whole thing, it blew up there for a while, and Ben Shapiro went and he did a fucking. I like Ben most of the time, but sometimes I just want to kick him. It's like, dude, shut up. And then this is one of them, because he didn't. If you go back, there's actually a part in Razor Fist video where he goes back to when Rush Limbaugh had a TV show. And even Rush Limbaugh was like, dude, there's literally no evidence of this. And that was way back at the beginning of all of this. Way back in the 93 case or whatever it was, with the one where he settled, and then there was the criminal case that just got kicked the fuck out. How you doing, Dax?
Pretty good.
Nice to see you, sir.
Happy to be here.
Before we go any further, Dex, we need to verify. Have you received any stolen property recently?
Probably.
Okay, just checking. This replacement works, Monkey.
Judge Death says, I think Monkey is just tired. What's the matter? What am I bad?
You said Streamlabs and not StreamYard.
Oh, you know what I meant.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, that's not tired. That's just me, dude. Fuck, I spent one night mixing up nuts and shit, and I can't. Oh, far. It was nuts and far that I kept.
Nuts and shit.
Shut up. Guys, don't forget to support the gentlemen on the dais. They have channels and ways to support them that they will throw into the comments or in the chat if they want to, because I am too fucking lazy. And silence. I saw a story today. A mall cop arrested a police officer for stealing $300 worth of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Why would a cop? You know what? Fuck, I don't even know.
Let me see if I can find it, because I meant to save it so that I could talk about it tonight, because that's just funny. Where's the Paul Blart? Is that his name? The show? There it is.
Well, he had 2 movies. And the second one was terrible.
New York
So what's
cop
the
busted
first
by
one?
mall cop for shoplifting $300 worth of clothing. Go ahead. What were you saying? The first one?
The first
Oh,
one
you
was terrible
fag.
too.
It was better than the second one by leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
still
but
pretty
that's
bad.
like saying that a dry shit is better than a diarrhea.
It's like
shit.
saying the shit I took yesterday was better than the shit I took today.
Yeah, they're both shit.
They were both bad. Anybody who genuinely loves that movie needs to go get their head checked out.
I still haven't seen it. A New York police officer was busted for shoplifting expensive clothing from a Staten Island department store, police
No
sources
shit.
said Saturday. Oh, dear God. Sadokat Maksidova 24, was caught
What?
trying to. God, don't make me say it again. Sadokat Maksidova.
Can you
use that in a sentence, please?
I'm trying. Was caught trying to steal 4 items of clothing from a JCPenney department store inside the Staten Island Mall in New Springfield at about 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. She was. I thought that was a dude. Okay. She was stopped by a loss prevention officer after trying to leave the store without paying, and over $300 worth of clothing was allegedly
you say
discovered. She.
Ah, yes, another reason why women shouldn't have any authority ever.
These are evidence. Thank you.
Hashtag amend the 19th. I feel like I'm missing something.
I forget whose show I was on. I want to say Nick Recada's, when he just flat out asked me, "Do you think women should be cops?" I was like, "Absolutely not." Like, what's a woman cop gonna do? Hold some big burly dude at gunpoint and wait for men back up to arrive? Like, what is she gonna do?
Yeah, she's more likely to shoot you.
Well, it is amazing how many. This is one of those things you can tell it in the story when they tell like a story of a cop getting overwhelmed. They'll never mention they'll never mention like the cop's name, and they won't tell you what sex it is. Like, that was a chick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like there's this one video I'm sure you guys have seen. Just this lady tries to arrest this black dude, and he just fucking pulverizes her.
Is this on the side of the road when she pulled him over?
Yeah, and his kid's in the car crying.
Yeah, the little girl. That's a brutal fucking video,
and he
man.
just fucking manhandles this woman. It's like, okay, that's what you get when you have women cops.
Yeah, but I mean that, or any man. I mean, that guy was like, okay, remember when he yelled at his little girl? Like, she's crying. Oh man, I felt so bad for that kid. And she's
that
like,
kid doesn't
stop, Daddy, stop. And then he's like, I'm not going back to jail. I can't go back to jail. And it's like, so he would have done that to anybody. It would have had to have been a guy bigger than him to not be able to knock him the fuck out that badly. I mean, he was going to punch until she stopped moving, you know.
Yeah, that kid doesn't stand a fucking chance. Poor kid.
But on the overall point there, I don't think women should be cops unless they're like, once again, if they can do everything men can without lowering standards, okay. But I see so many. My aunt and uncle were both state police officers, and she is this tiny little thing, and the only thing I could think when I found out, it's like, she's gonna get killed. She's gonna get killed, man. She's just that. I'm crippled, and I could probably take her still.
Did you post the link
To
the story?
No.
Will you?
Did you want to that one? Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you ask for it.
There's lots of things that police officers need to do, from detection to working in the fucking room. Like, I don't think immediately that everybody who's a police officer has to be able to go 10 rounds with a middle heavyweight boxer and be able to survive. I mean, if that's what we're saying, though, that every cop should, we got a weird argument when we start talking about the militarization of police forces, when we think of them as fucking hard neck brawling bruisers.
It's not hard neck brawling bruisers.
Take a fucking punch.
Sorry, dude. That I don't know why that link came out that way. You know what I'll do? I'll give you the link to the post tweet so you can get to it from there.
All right.
There you go. And yes, I'm posting in chat as Ranting Monkey Games so that I can actually share my own fucking stream tonight.
Wait, why can't you share it on regular?
If I try to share any stream, not just mine, if I try to share any stream under my regular account, it won't let me.
Okay.
When
it
I
won't
click,
let me share the stream either. I gotta copy the link and go over to Twitter and do it manually.
That's so weird.
Worked for me.
Yeah.
No, and it's not just my channel for me. It's
also,
any
you're
channel.
not posting the link.
I posted it right there.
It's not there.
Oh, I don't have admin powers on my channel. Well, shit.
Wow.
Shit. I gotta go to my other thing. Okay, you know what, Sinatra? I'm gonna DM you. How about that? I'll fucking DM it to you.
Oh my god! Look at this. Look at this female
There
trying
you
to
go.
do things and just fucking everything up. Let me screen share this. This is fucking despicable.
What are we looking at?
I'm screen sharing.
What are we? Oh dear
What the
God!
hell?
Oh dear God! She is
It's a
not.
good thing they gave her that cap to fill.
Oh, my, I'm
Oh
so happy.
God!
It's the serving size.
She loves the science. You can sense it.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
No, I can't remember who it was. It was an author. He was talking about his wife and kids and how they didn't know shit about cars, and they had just bought a really nice car. Shit, I accidentally removed Polly from the stream. Welcome back, Polly.
Bye, Polly.
Hello.
Bye, Polly.
I went to stop Sinatra's screen share right as he stopped, so it took it away from my thing, and so I accidentally clicked on you. I apologize. Anyway, they got this brand new car, right? And they had to fill the oil, and they didn't know how to do it. So they got a funnel, and they filled it through the dipstick, and they overfilled it and destroyed the fucking engine.
Ooh.
Well,
Now,
that
and
divorce must have been fun.
I'm not saying this is bad about women. Anybody, make sure your children, male and female, know how to do things like put oil in a fucking car. Because if you don't, you can't be mad at them when they fuck it up. That was on that woman's dad.
Dork Oracle, thank you for the Streamlabs. Never trust a woman cop or a woman doctor. They're all complete cunts that feels like they have something to prove. Women firefighters are even worse. I would imagine so.
With women firefighters is the same thing. As long as you can do what the men can do, what they can do without lowering standards, I have no problem. As for women doctors, my doctor was the woman that helped me with my neck, and she's been great. She's like old school though. Like she's been a MD for a while, and she's a specialist she's a neuro specialist, so she can look at most doctors and go like, "Come at me, bitch. I have a specialty. What you got? Oh, you look at vagina all day. Good job."
One of my doctors are women.
My family doctor
Probably
who
why I'm
retired,
alive today.
he was a dude, and he was great, man. I've never had a problem whether it was male or female when it comes to doctors. When it comes to like the civil services and stuff, though, as long as you can do what the men are required to do, fine, go out there and do it.
If you ever have the ability or the chance, definitely go watch some of the Patrice O'Neill on Opie and Anthony, because the way he talks about black women civil servants is absolutely fucking hilarious.
You can't go wrong with Patrice O'Neill.
No, you can't.
He's funny as shit, especially if you get to see the ones where like other people are on and he's just ripping into them for fun. He was so good at just tearing somebody down right in front of him and go, "No, man, I'm just playing with you. You're fine. You're great." He's good. That was a loss, man.
It was. And you know what he died of?
No.
Stroke.
Oh, damn, really?
I was going to say something related to his weight, I would gather.
Yeah, I was
Stroke.
heart attack, stroke. Okay,
Diabetes.
yeah. Oof. Patrice was a big dude, man.
Yeah, he was like 6'7".
Oh, I was talking about his belly, but yeah, that too.
Yeah. He was just an overall large human.
And yeah, I should have figured diabetes being black and that big. That's the odds right there. So, man.
That the one that he says that just resonates with me so much. He's like, "I used to be a player. I used to fuck with all these bitches. Now I turn to my girl and go, 'Can you hand me my pills, baby?'" Thank you. I was like, yeah, same.
Yeah, it's different when you need somebody there to help you.
Dangerous Spaces says, "Wasn't Patrice one of the ones who got busted for stealing jokes?" No, Amy Schumer stole from him.
Yeah.
And
Almost
Louis
line
C.K.
for line, but no. They just think alike, Sinatra. It was that's one of the things, because I like Joe Rogan, but that's one of the ones where he pissed me the fuck off because he gave her a fucking pass for that after he
Yep.
destroyed Carlos Mencia's career for the same fucking thing.
That is one of my favorite old O&A shows ever, is where he's just ripping into Mencia for like an hour.
Well, did you ever get to see the one where he was he was at the Comedy Store and just went right up there at Mencia?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude, look it up. It is fucking it's epic, man. He's in the back and Carlos is up there telling some jokes and Joe's, giving him some shit. So Carlos said, "Come on up here, say what you got." And it's Joe Rogan, so he did. And yeah, man, he just fucking destroyed him. It was beautiful. You got to watch it, man. But no, when it came to Amy Schumer, suddenly he wasn't sure if it was, sometimes people, if you watch the clips out there of Amy Schumer stealing Patrice O'Neal's jokes, they're the same fucking jokes in the same fucking order. But no, man, no. They were friends, and sometimes people think alike. Not that alike, you lying dirty cunt.
I see one video, but it starts off with them both on stage already.
Pincalo, is that the one? Well, even if you start with the one where he's already up there, let's see. Hang on. Yep, that's the one.
It's 10 minutes, 25 seconds.
Yep, that's the one, man. It's funny as shit.
I'll watch it after this.
And good morning, chat. Hi, everybody. We haven't checked the hashtag today, so we're going to do that real fast and see if the Ass Crack team has been on it, because they are so good at their job. Bam. Oh, wow. Oh, goodness. Got a lady cop up. Oh, man. She's decent. We can share her with the folks at home. See, this is why I say I have the best audience ever. Look at that. That's what they share. That's the kind of beauty they share with us.
Becca getting on that shit too. Hell yeah.
Oh, Becca. Yeah, Becca gets into it. Becca sends me one she knows I like. Because I got a thing for the brunettes, curly hair, have some curves. Oof. Bernie Sanders says we will go to war against white nationalism. What? Okay. Go to white nationalism country and fight them. It's
Nutty
like
the stuff I want to see.
What's that?
Nutty Barra?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, Nutty.
Nutty, did you change it? Is that Nutty? Because that looks like the same thing. Did you change your name on here? Because Nutty's the one who gives us the porn stars, and there's a lot of oof, man, with the names, so you guys can go look up their work if you like. And there's some dirty girls in here, man.
I
ain't gonna lie.
Notice the names.
And Polly, this one's for us. It was sent to us. Who sent this? It was Caleb. What is the definition of bended? We talked about bended last night, and I didn't even think of this. Bended is a word. You ever heard the expression on bended knee?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that tweet earlier. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, well, what you were trying to say though was actually bent. We were using the right tense of it with what we corrected there. But yeah, none of us thought, oh yeah, bended is. We was like,
yeah, it sounded convincing yesterday when I was thinking about using it in the sentence that I was using it in. So after I ate yesterday, getting off a bear stream, I slept for like a good 10 hours. It was, that was a rough night, man.
I got. You should look at the Clinton artwork.
I was up for like 23 hours by the time I finally went to sleep.
Becca says I should look at the Clinton artwork. She said I will scroll and see if I can find it. Oh, well, I know that's not the Clinton artwork.
Live.
Is it this one? No, that's to Sinatra. I only slept I slept 3 hours, got up to pee, slept for another hour, and I was just up, and it sucked. But then we went swimming, which swimming always hurts me, but while I'm in there, it's so nice, man. It is wonderful to be weightless. It's just when I get back out, it's like, oh yeah, weight exists.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Far corrected us on Bended yesterday, 17 hours ago. So thank you.
Oh, really?
But I think I'm going to head off to bed.
Have a good one, man. Thanks for coming by.
Later, boys.
Later.
Laters.
See ya. Bye, chat.
Becca, I'm not seeing it. What? I do want to talk about this story, guys. Marianne Williamson is a danger to feminism, and her ideas could get Americans killed. Now, the idea is getting Americans killed. That's because she thinks things like you can think away cancer.
Well, you can also use healing crystals, I'm sure.
Oh, you don't even need it. You can think away cancer and AIDS. Those are just negative feelings manifesting themselves. Now, the reason these I'm not going to read the story because fuck it. I'll give you the cliff notes. The reason that she's a danger to feminism, okay, is that anytime a woman tries for a position of power, she's treated like she's crazy. And Marianne actually is. So people are going to look at her and use her as an example to go, see, bitches be crazy. Oh my. She did resend it. We'll put that on the screen for the people at home. Becca, I don't know whether to thank you or send you to your room. Oh my. Some good Photoshop work there. Anyhow, yeah, but the argument is, well, because she is crazy, then people are going to go, oh, look, feminists are crazy. That's not why people think feminists are crazy. It's because you bitches are. You just are. You get mad about things like air conditioning. And I know we use that as a joke, but I mean, it has actually popped up repeatedly. It's like manspreading. There for a while, if you talk about manspreading, nobody ever says manspreading. And then you actually add, oh, look, bitch wins an award for making an anti-manspreading chair. I saw, who was it? The one janitor, is that his name on YouTube?
Oh yeah, the lefty guy.
Yeah, the black guy with the dreads and stuff. I never get along with this guy. But the other day he made a post and it was fucking great that said, I always argue against righties using fringe arguments that the craziest of lefties use. He goes, but Twitter makes it really hard to do that. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think he'd probably be in agreement with you, Polly, that it's just a cesspool shithole that's should probably be ignored.
I think people kind of like miss my perspective on that. There's some things that go good on there, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know sure. What? I mean, I'm not disagreeing. Like, you can walk down a street that's filthy as hell, vomit everywhere, bums lying in a pool of their own diarrhea, people shooting up, whores fucking people in the back of fucking burned out vehicles, and there's one candy store with some nice lollipops in the window, the only not broken window on the block, and pointing at that window and saying, hey, look, there's a nice lollipop there. Doesn't mean the rest of the shit on the street isn't going on. That's Twitter to me.
I get you there. Look, I don't think you've ever, well, maybe hyperbolically said, there's nothing good about Twitter. But no, I get your point about Twitter. I really do. And I do think it's funny to see somebody like that, a lefty like that, who's like, the way Twitter looks, you guys make us look bad, is basically what he's saying. That there's so many of you fucking morons. And he's like, I've argued against people pointing to this outrageous shit all the time, and it's just a whole bunch of you fucking morons spreading it.
It's like the angry 4% of Twitter, and of that 4%, it's like 3% who do the majority of that 4% that do the majority of the tweeting. It's like AOC gets 100,000 likes on all of her tweets, and it's like, yeah, and click on them and follow them through. Those are people that have all engaged in a refollow campaign that tweet 200 plus times a day. Nut bars, man.
Well, you also have the ones. there are people who genuinely follow that, but they will like everything she says because they're the diehards.
Yeah.
And they are on both sides. Don't get me wrong. But they don't. You're absolutely right that they don't represent the whole of society. And the other funny thing I saw, it was funny because I saw these so close together, was Nick, Wizard of Cause. Apparently he saw something today where it was another, if you don't sleep with if you're not willing to sleep with a trans person, then you're transphobic. He goes, is that back? Because I thought that died. And like all of these arguments, all of these things that sound like fringe nonsense from the loons, you know, manspreading, farting being patriarchy, and what's another good one? Oh, you've never heard that one?
I've heard it, the air conditioning, the man spreading. Yeah, I've heard a whole swath, but I've never heard farting as patriarchal.
Oh yeah,
no.
Farting is patriarchal.
Yeah,
it's something we do to keep women down. We do it to annoy them and ruin their spaces.
But no, Dutch ovens. Dutch ovens are that thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a man and you're fucking Dutch ovening a woman, then yeah, okay, that's you're trying to annoy her deliberately, clearly. But like farting, everyone farts. I mean, women have buttholes. They do. It's true. I know they do.
No, Polly. What these women are talking about is like, say you're working together, right? You're in an office. There'll be a guy who just farts, and he does it to express his dominance over the women in the office.
He's marking the territory. Is that it?
Yeah, he's laying the groundwork. So he's saying, "This is my scent. Know it."
And I am not making that up. There are articles out there about that. Yeah, and we just had the snoring one yesterday, Pete. All of these crazy arguments, they come up and people laugh at them for a minute, and they come back. And they keep coming back until they're taken seriously. That's why we have manspreading as a real thing now. That's why the fucking British government gave an award to a woman for making a chair that forces men's legs closed.
Children, young men, like kids. It was, and forces young girls' legs open. Like you saw both of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like it's just so what?
Yeah.
Like what I don't even understand. It's like, well, women shouldn't feel the need to sit with their knees bolted together. Like, you know, young ladies are told that they, I guess you're a crazy fucking lady though. But again, I don't blame, like, I mean, is it hard to expect that there's some design artist out there that's nuts? No, it's the people who judging the competition that gave her the fucking money. There's the problem.
Sure. But
imagine all the insane submissions they get every year. You don't have to give awards to them.
But that's the thing. It's that these things, those concepts keep coming around. They don't go away. The idea of not sleeping with trans being transphobic, I have seen that have at least 3 life cycles now. At least 3. It comes and then it goes away for a little bit and it comes back. All of this shit does, and it keeps coming back until it takes hold. Twitter, I think, is just kind of the place where they test out their stupid ideas. It's like, let's see if we can make this one. I think it's the
incubation chamber for stupidity.
It's the 4chan of the left.
Only they don't know it's 4chan.
Yeah, they don't know it's a joke. That's the thing.
Just like free bleeding.
Yeah, with 4chan, you know, they know they're fucking with people, but on the other side there, it's like, let's see if we can get this one to go, but they're serious about it. Yeah, it's fucking weird. And it's been so sanitized of the right that it's getting worse in the amount of absurdity that's out there. There's a reason people like oh God, what's his name? I can't. There's like 2 or 3 people, Polly, that have popped up in the vacuum that these Krasensteins left.
Really?
Oh yeah, and they're getting much bigger than the Krasensteins ever were. I saw one the other day. He had like 100,000 followers. I'm like, and active followers, not like the Krasensteins who got like 5 likes per tweet, even though they had almost 1 million followers. No, this guy, he gets like 5, 10, 20,000 per tweet. So I mean, people are following him, and it's the kind of stuff. But it's because it's become so sanitized. They don't get challenged at all. It's like, Jesus, fuck. It's an incubation chamber. And the few that are left, I mean, they're trying. but half of them are fucking insane too. So, Jacob Jet says, forgot about that. I think of the Krasensteins every time I see one of these crazies. Every time I see a Scott. What's that?
They're great. I will never forget the Krasensteins. I'll be a 90-year-old man telling my grandkids about the Krasensteins. It's like, so what was social media like back in the day, Grandpa? Let me tell you. And I'm going to bring up the Krasensteins as a story.
There was this gay incestuous brothers that love to talk about. No, it's funny because I wonder how
back
often
then, grandkids, you couldn't marry 5 different animals at one time.
Right. I wonder if the Krasensteins ever go and look at YouTube or at Twitter and get mad at the people they've inspired that got the actual fame they never got. I hope they do.
You saw the house they live in, man. Like they
that's-
monetized it, and I'm still fascinated to know how they were on some criminal Ponzi shit that no one's ever conceived of.
No, hang on. Let's back up a second. They were rich before they ever came over here.
Yep.
That money, they didn't make anything off of. They thought they would off their book because that's the whole idea was to build a brand and then do things like sell the kids' book with a weird Robert Mueller half naked.
Well, that Hill reporter was a hot item that was getting ready to blow up, right?
Sure. Monk asked which Krasenstein is Fredo. Yes. No, Brian was definitely the Fredo of the group.
Well, maybe it's like if Fredo budded and created 2 clone offspring, it would have been.
No, see, Fredo was created when they merged together. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was their final form. Miles, thank you so much. Hey, Monkey, had a crazy thought. A book about missing dead children called "Not So Smart Kids" to teach about safety and strangers.
That's terrifying.
That's what I was. What age group are we looking at here? Because that could be very, very terrifying.
I mean, I don't know. These guys stay kids longer and longer these days.
Yeah.
I thank you for the donation. I get what you're going for there, but they already have basically those things, stranger danger and stuff. No, but a whole bunch of Krasensteins have popped up in the vacuum left by them, and they actually have followings now. It's weird.
What's his name from the Palmer Report ever get back on Twitter?
Palmer Report.
He was the guy that tweeted out every fucking day. 9:07, Trump falls and hits his face. 9:25, Trump orders 5 Diet Cokes for breakfast. And, it was a list of like 6 or 7 things. And it goes, and it's not even 2:00 in the afternoon yet. And he did that every fucking day for like, I don't know how many years. Or like he went at least 2 years doing it into Trump's presidency. It was wild. And it was how he got the success was Krasenstein style. It was immediately as soon as Trump would tweet, he would be at the top of the list. So everybody would be responding to it. And all the little blue wave idiots. Remember when everyone had a blue wave sign?
Oh yeah. The blue wave.
Yeah. All part of the resistance. I mean, people busted balls about the Paris attacks, and people would put the overlay over their Facebook avatar of the French flag. And it's that's like the worst kind of hacktivism. And nothing was worse than the blue wave and hashtag resist on Twitter. That is because all you're doing is putting a word into your Twitter bio. I'm part of the resistance. What's the soccer mom that's live tweeting the resistance? And she tweeted at least over 100 times a day and did it every day and is still at it. She's a nut bar. Unbelievable that people.
And what nobody knows is she's really just talking about her attempts to resist getting bonbons out of the fridge. Like, oh, this is
these people have people in their lives.
Real quick, in chat, Chaos asked me how long we're going. I didn't even realize we were at 2 hours, so probably for a little bit longer. And I did toss you the link if you want to come hang out. There's several. Do you realize there's still quite a bit of the resistance out there?
Oh, yeah.
These idiots, they put it in their fucking bio. I'm part of the resistance.
I see people with Hillary Kane bumper stickers still.
Hi, Eve. Who's Hillary Kane? Oh, you mean
Hillary and Tim
Hillary
Kaine.
/ Kane? You know,
Yeah.
I forgot that Kane was even her running mate till I watched that documentary I told you guys about.
You forgot about him?
I forgot about him completely. Like, because who cares? He's who cares about the losing vice president?
I remember the 2 days after the election had been lost, CNN reporting on them taking off the Clinton Kane stickers off of the airplane that they had
Mhm.
leased. Oh man, it looked like the Young Turks after Trump had after Hillary had called Trump and conceded the election the night.
That's still one of
of
my
the
favorite
election.
things. Always
Yeah,
watching that clip
absolutely.
makes me laugh every fucking time.
But
Yeah,
that
that's a
pall
big
that has
deal.
come over all of them, how they all look gray and just
No, the dejected look of defeat. Oh man, yeah, that's
Real quick. I just want Eve. Your eyes look very, very nice tonight. They always look nice, but they look very nice tonight. We can't hear you, sweetie.
Fuck.
There we go.
Sorry. I said hello when I came in. Hi.
hello.
No, I said it's part of my LARP costume. I just got home from LARP, so
Oh, it's very nice.
my character has glowing eyes and permanent bangs, so.
You beat anyone over the head with like a foam club until they stop breathing?
No, my character hid in a corner and coordinated everything through cameras, so because that's what she does.
Nice.
Manic says, Eve, you look really cute tonight.
Thank you. Oh, and hi Dax, because you cried because I didn't say hello to you. Hi Dax.
You gotta say hi to Pete too, otherwise he's gonna be upset.
And hi Pete.
There you go.
Chaos tried to say hi, but she was muted.
Yes.
That Young Turks thing, yeah, I still watch it. I watched it just the other day when Razor Fist made his video about the shenanigans that YouTube's doing with that. Yeah, I watch that like every 3 or 4 months. It's beautiful. Watching the life just get sucked out of them. I feel like I'm a bad person for enjoying that.
No, you're not. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's you just see every ounce of joy in their lives slowly throughout the night just be sucked right through their face. It is fucking amazing.
yeah.
I love it when Cenk gets his sense of like, okay, yeah, he becomes dejected and then despondent, and he gets a little sharp with his responses to people when he's talking to them, and then he, the 5 stages of anger, whatever you want to call it, right? And he gets to outrage over it, and he starts going after the Democratic Party for causing his pain. Right?
Yeah.
He goes, let's say that by some other chance that Hillary happens to win. You know what? We're still at war. That's my favorite line.
We're still at war. Well, that's something people forget too. I mean, Cenk was on the whole fuck the Democrats before election night.
Yeah.
He just still had hope that they were going to win, so it wasn't as bad. And then when you see, like, that's it, Trump's our new president. That is like my favorite line of the whole thing. That's it, folks. It's like, oh wow, your dick's never going to get hard again, is it?
I mean, you hear all their collective sighing, like breathing out and causing like a butterfly effect over in Asia.
Randy, how you doing, man? Hey, and thank you so much. This is my all-time favorite TYT is Alex Jones trolling them on their stage. That was funny.
Yeah.
Look, Alex was a dick for doing that, but that was funny as hell. That's when Jimmy Dore spit on Alex. I love that Alex pretended like he didn't even know who they were. I also like when Steven Crowder showed up at that panel that Cenk was on, dressed as Cenk.
Yeah.
That was fucking beautiful. Cenk doesn't know how to deal with things like that. He should just laugh it off, and instead he gets mad. Just let it happen, man. You're just letting the trolls win at that point. Oh man, the Rachel Maddow meltdown on election night is also fun to watch.
This is your life. This isn't a nightmare. Donald Trump is the president.
You are awake.
You consider yourself a fucking professional journalist, and you're looking right into the camera on your little The View surrogate talk show, saying that to your audience. This isn't a nightmare. This is your life now. Like, you fucking stuck-up elitist, tribalist hack. Well, why would it?
She's not the only news person who used that same line. You are awake. I forget who. There was somebody else. There's somebody at CNN that did it. Like, you're awake. This is your life. Like, Jesus, fuck. You guys are acting like I don't even know. Like
A
The
slightly
whole-
calmer version of that girl who was saying, "I need an ambulance. I'm literally shaking right now." Remember
Yeah.
her?
You
Yeah.
gotta
Oh, she was fun too. Yeah, you fix this right now.
It's oh god, that was such a this election coming up. I've got to be honest. I'm not going to vote for anybody who's running for president because I don't believe in any of them enough. But I sincerely hope Donald Trump wins. I
just
think
for
that-
comedy.
I think there's going to be rioting in the street if he does, but just the beauty that's going to come out of it will be mwah.
Oh, whatever. Oh, there's gonna be rioting in the streets. Fuck off. It'll never amount to anything. Like, you know.
No, look, Polly, I don't think it's going to be something that changes the world or anything. I think that night there'll be rioting and looting.
Yeah, I'm with
Absolutely.
Monkey on this one. They're definitely going to do something if he wins.
Your major cities, Chicago, man, fuck yeah.
Oh, who cares? It'll like the night of 2016. It'll be Katy Perry down in front declaring love Trump's hate. Remember? Oh, fuck you.
No,
And celebrities are your fucking generals. I'm not really worried.
What I'm getting at here, Polly, is look, if you need a new TV, what you want to do is be in a major city on election night and just hang out and wait, and make sure you're wearing whoever the Democrat is, a shirt.
Put a pussy head on. You'll be fine.
Yeah, something like that, and go get yourself a free TV, man, because there's going to be some looting. And it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be
fun, man. It's looting.
I would
No,
also add inauguration day too.
Oh yeah, I think by inauguration day it'll have calmed down to where all we have is the screaming. I think the whole riot aspect of it'll be that night, and then by morning everybody will go home with their new electronics and be like, all right, we're just going to scream about it for 4 years. But it's going to be fantastic.
Remember CNN's 45-minute report on what happens if both the president-elect and the vice president-elect are killed right before the inauguration?
Oh yeah.
People joke about, won't someone rid me of this meddlesome priest? I have never seen it personified so well. It was 45 minutes. So if somebody does kill Donald Trump, who is it? Anybody out there, any nuts looking into the camera, anybody who might be thinking about killing someone, how many people do they need to kill before a Democrat rather than a cis male white hetero patriarchal tyrant takes control? Fuck. Jesus Christ, you call yourself fucking journalists. You're attempted self-appointed gatekeepers to fucking executive offices. Go fuck yourselves. Bunch of wannabe models that stumbled into yakking into a fucking camera and reading off a teleprompter.
Well, as you pointed out, they are news entertainers. They're not very entertaining most of the time, though, except when they are accidentally.
I was going to say I found it ironic that the phrase "love Trump's hate."
Yeah,
I find that ironic.
Trump's Hillary. I also watching that documentary about the election, I forgot that Hillary actually had a different slogan besides just "I'm with her," and now I can't even remember what it was. But yeah, that's how great she did in that election.
Wasn't it moving forward? Thus the arrow, the red arrow pointed towards
something
the right.
like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, because when she said it, I was like, oh fuck yeah, you guys did say that during the convention, and then you moved on with "I'm with her" and that nonsense. I've been a complete retard for the last 3 years. That's a weird admission. But Zelthor, I wish you luck with it. Monkey, do you
Zelthor say he's been a retard for 3 years?
That's what it just said in chat. Yeah,
that's weird. I wonder what that's in reference to.
Brick on a String says, Monkey, do you consider Trump a politician? Yes, absolutely. He's not your what's the word? Party faithful over the years. What there's a term for this. He's not a party insider. That's what I'm looking for. But especially if you're in business, big business like he is, you're a politician, whether you're a public politician or not. You have to play politics in that, and that's what he does, and that's part of why he's good at what he does. He's not good at every decision he makes, but he plays politics very, very well. Again, to the point where I look at what's going on, I'm like, I don't even understand how he gets away with all that he does. Oh, he says, I've been completely misunderstanding a phrase for like 3 years. What was the phrase? I missed it. He's been talking politics for you. Becca, Trump has been hobnobbing with politics. If you're a Manhattan real estate mogul, you have to be elbow deep in politics. You have to. You have to grease some palms now and then. I mean, that's how shit gets done. We don't like to admit that, but it's true. Rich people.
No, I
are
like
so
to admit
it. So do I. I mean, but no. If you listen to people, Trump has done so many bad, like with his taxes. Hillary, again, in that documentary, there's a part where they're in the debate where they're arguing about Trump not releasing his taxes, and she says, "I think Donald Trump, if we look at his taxes, we'll find out he hasn't paid any taxes, so he hasn't donated to the military or to Medicare." Or it's like, I forgot that was the whole argument. They were afraid that he was using the tax code that you as a senator could have changed, or at least attempted to. And I just love when he goes, "That means I'm smart." That was beautiful. Yeah, people like, no, like Warren Buffett, man, he just gives his money to the government because he's great. He's a good person. He believes in the government.
Right.
Like, no, he doesn't. He paid a smaller percent of it in taxes than his secretary. And he comes out and said, "I think that's wrong." Donate, motherfucker. There is nothing stopping. You can donate literally every dime you have to the United States government. You don't have to wait for them to tax you on it. You know what Buffett did? Not that. But he sure did come out and he go, "I think taxes on rich people should be." You guys aren't actually going to do this, right? Okay, yeah, I think taxes on rich people should be raised. Because that way people think I'm virtuous. Lying dick. If you don't like that Amazon doesn't pay taxes, or that Bezos doesn't pay enough taxes, or whatever, any rich motherfucker who has not cheated his taxes, if you don't like that he hasn't paid enough, that is on your politicians, not them. That is on your congressman, your senator, your president. They're the ones who write and sign tax law. That is on those motherfuckers. Sorry. Went on a little I had to break out my soapbox for a minute. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of those evil rich guys who use the law. They didn't write the fucking thing. You go, "Oh well, they helped influence it."
I was gonna say they sponsored the writers.
They're still the ones who did it. Amazon clearly pays taxes. Why else would they? Or would the getting tax breaks to build a new headquarters? Well, those tax breaks for the new headquarters, those would be local. Those are in-state, in-city. When you build a business like that, a lot of times they will give you incentives like a lower tax rate for the first 20 years you're there, or the last place I worked, they actually got a tax incentive with the city that as long as they had a certain number of people working there, they got a huge fucking tax break for it. So anytime there'd be turnover and we'd be getting lower, suddenly they would just hire a shit ton of people, whether they needed them or not, because the tax break was worth how much they were going to be paying us. So it was awesome. Or Sanders taking advantage of Trump's tax cuts, right? Yeah. You don't see old Bernie giving extra money to the government when he wrote his book. He could have donated whatever part he thought was fair, but he didn't.
You guys don't have to file for a tax return. You can just let the government keep the extra.
Well, again, you can donate. If they say, "Okay, you owe us $10,000," you can go, "You know what? Here's a check for 20. Keep the change." That is a thing people can do. It's things. There are people who do that, actually. There's not very many, but yeah, you can do that.
I still don't understand these guys with all these money, and they're like, "Oh, rich people shouldn't pay this," and then they're the ones turning around saying, "Give all you can to charity." It's like, the fuck?
Because they want you to give your money. They don't want to give their money.
Yeah, but the fact that anybody listens to the hypocrisy, I just don't understand how stupid people can be that stupid.
Because it's all about feeling virtuous. That's what it is. It's the same with there's all kinds of charities and stuff that you can give to help poor people. It always amazes me. It always amazes me. And this election is no different already. You'll have a candidate up there who's, talking about how horrible it is for poor people in their city. There's not enough money for it. Meanwhile, they are getting donations hand over fist. Now, the people who are donating that money, donate half of that to local charities instead of that asshole.
Mm-hmm.
See how well it helps things. Because you know what getting him elected is going to do? Dick. Exactly, dick. I might be a little black pill tonight.
Just roll
See
with
what
it.
do you see what you've done, Polly? Now you've infected Monkey. Thank you.
It was Jack's fault. I was just sitting here.
That actually sounds about right. I'm pretty sure this was somehow my fault.
For the record, I've given that speech many times, going back before I ever knew these two wonderful gentlemen.
That doesn't mean it wasn't our fault.
You just introduced me to the term black pill, so that is your fault.
Those are delicious.
No, I'm so tired of the stupid. I really am.
I prefer the little blue pills personally.
How much money did Hillary Clinton spend in 2016?
Oh, 1.3 billion?
Yeah. Imagine half of that going to any of the things that she said, to charities to fix any of the things that she whined about.
Oh, like Haiti?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, Haiti is a paradise, Jack, and I am not sad.
I'm not sad either. I don't know what those Haitians were doing after the Clinton Foundation left that perfect utopia there.
Oh man, do you remember where did Conan O'Brien go after Trump called it a shithole?
He went to Haiti, I think.
Was it Haiti?
Or the Dominican Republic, one of the two.
Yeah, he went there. It was like in a resort.
To a 5-star resort. He didn't go to like the poor side of town. No. He like, look, no, it's not a shithole country if you stay where they keep the white people.
Mm-hmm. It's like I was talking to a guy yesterday at work. He was talking about, I'm about to move downtown, and I was like, don't move downtown. Downtown Memphis is a shithole. Like literally, it's crime ridden unless you're in the really rich part, in which case it's like gated communities and shit. Yeah, then you're fine over there. He's like, I'm gonna stay in the bougie part. I was like, well, then you'll be fine. But but you're a supervisor. Most of the rest of us don't have the kind of money to go stay in the bougie part of downtown Memphis.
Still wouldn't go down there. You're surrounded by hood.
The only time you should go downtown Memphis is if you're going to like Beale, or if you go down there during the day.
What if you need a shopping cart? I figure that'd be a great place to get one.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you ever stolen a shopping cart, Chaos?
Eve?
Have I ever stolen a shopping cart?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm just curious.
That's a yes. She's got one in the closet behind her.
No, I'm thinking that's SDA's cart dealer. Eve is the one.
Wait, I've missed something. Hang on.
You may have.
What?
It all started with her. We knew it.
Yeah, you act like you don't know what you're talking about, but
no,
we
I
know.
missed the
Look,
story.
You set this up.
That's why she wouldn't give us a real description of the dealer, because she knows we know Eve.
Yeah, she was trying to make shit up. So
it all
SDA
makes sense.
has a cart dealer.
I mean, at least she was
SDA
trying to
stole a
protect her.
shopping cart.
Well, she received stolen property,
She didn't steal it; it was given.
but by whoever stole it.
SDA got handed weed one time and freaked out. Like seriously, someone asked her to hold, like literally had one of those things if somebody asked her to hold it, and she's like, what do I do?
Hang on to it for a second. You'll be fine. You're white.
God damn it.
I wouldn't.
I'd be like, can I tell?
She received a stolen shopping cart. Oh my Jesus.
True story.
Look,
She didn't have a problem with that.
look,
so
we
she's
haven't
totally
shared
flexible.
all of our stories yet. Okay.
Well, you should talk with her.
Yeah, this just happened. You should explain to her that keeping large stolen items in your apartment is not a good idea.
Really not.
You have off-site storage for that.
Or you give them to your friends, and they just keep passing it along until you know it's back to you.
Or you give them to randos that are just moving into the building. Be like, here's a stolen
Here's a shopping cart.
I found this. I don't need it anymore. You can have it. Good day to you.
That shopping
You know
cart
the
is
things
derailed
that
so
the,
much tonight.
Sorry.
You know the things that whatchamacallit that
I did it.
the bellboys have in fancy hotels. They got like the two big brass.
Oh,
bars busting up.
the luggage cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was at an apartment that I was living at. Me and my friends, we stole one of those from the lobby. We didn't mean to. We just
You didn't
we
mean
brought
to
some
steal it.
Well, no, what happens? We used it and we brought it into the apartment, and then we just didn't like give it back.
That sounds like intent.
That sounds like a really rich version of what SDA's doing.
No shit.
Well, yeah, but we did stuff with it. It's not like we just let it sit. We rode it up and down the hallway, and especially when we had been drinking.
There you go. If you're gonna steal a shopping cart, make sure you go up and down the hallway with it. That makes it legal.
No, we're using it. We're transporting our drunken selves upon it.
You know what's going to happen is somebody on the other side of the apartment complex is going to have a shopping cart of their own, and they're going to end up in some sort of weird Death Race 2000 where they're going to have to race shopping carts.
How big is the hallway in that place?
What, in the apartment building we're in?
Yeah.
Not very big, but there's little like rubber bumpers like all around the thing. So, you'd bounce off the wall and keep going.
Bet your neighbors loved you.
Well, we did it at 3:00 in the morning. There was a lot of old folks on us.
Sure. Yeah, that made it better.
They were all like long since asleep. And
then they took it down the street and threw it in Jason Momoa's yard. And he's like, "What the fuck is this? And who threw another Maker's Mark bottle in here?"
No,
God
I
damn
lived
it.
in another city. They didn't catch me. We eventually gave it back. It honestly boiled down to laziness. It's like, you take it down. No, you take it down. And then just no one. It just didn't happen.
Yeah. Instead, let's wake up our neighbors with it. Guys, I am fading. What happened? I was good.
Don't do that. Don't fade.
I've been up since 4:00 this afternoon.
Hey, stop it! You're making me on now.
I'm sorry.
I am
And I know-
immune to your powers.
That might sound stupid. You've been up for 12 whole hours? Yeah, but with very, very little sleep.
You're such a trooper.
I've done what I can. I'm coming to an end. Man, this has been a fun show. We have not had a real topic pretty much all night, which I like. I like when we get all over the place and we have mini rants here and there and then move on to shopping carts. So everybody who's been here, SDA, Sinatra, Dax, Jack, Eve, Polly, thank you for making this one great. Chat, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. Don't forget to support the people that you see on the dais and the ones who have been here. They have various means to do so. And the ones who are here, we'll tell you in just a minute how to do that. Thank you so much for the support you've given me. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the idea that you make your money my money. It's amazing. And I love you for it. I really do. Let's start with Dax. Dax, anything you want to show tonight?
Yeah, Chaos Eve. She does a bunch of different games that I enjoy watching. I was really thrilled when she did the Devil May Cry stuff, but I think, what are you doing right now? Still doing some Vampire Masquerade stuff?
I do Vampire the Masquerade on Sundays, which it's actually be tonight at this point because it's already 3 a.m. So it'll be tonight. And then on Thursdays I do Evil Within, kind of late. And then on Fridays we're going to be doing the Resident Evil 2 remake now. So.
Nice. Oh, cool. That was a fun game.
It is.
Mr. Adams said, yeah, it kind of seems more like a late night show. Yeah, that's what I love these kind. So with that, Eve, let's move on to you. What do you want to show?
Well, me.
You want to tell them where they can find that?
Yes, I put my links in the chat right there. There's Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, which I'm this close to getting 50 followers on Twitch. So if you guys have a Twitch account, go follow me over there. Once I hit that, I can get affiliate status, which allows me to start actually monetizing things like being able to accept subscriptions and bits and stuff through Twitch. So
awesome. So guys, get on that. Make it happen, please. That'll bring us to Polly.
Hey. What?
That sounded so sad.
It sounded like Beto.
Oh,
dude.
Hey, you guys, Polydev does some really great comic streams with this motherfucker Jack over here and another guy. This motherfucker.
hold on.
Visitor.
Let me just I put ploy dub in there. That's not how you. There's the correct one.
You put ploy dub. Oh,
Yeah, I
sweetie.
did. I put
Wonder
ploy
what that
dub.
actually links to.
Well, if you go to Polydub, the second link, you will find my channel where Jack Inquisitor and myself do comic book curation every Wednesday. And we just recorded a show last night, whatever, a number of hours ago. And I will be editing together tomorrow, so that'll be up soon, where we review 2 really bad Spider-Man comics. God damn it, they're awful.
So bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Adam says that's Mr. Adam, sir. That's true. I apologize. I mispronounced it. You know I'm fuck up names.
Adam.
Mr. Adam. Yeah, that started on Minions. Man, that's been a long time ago. Which brings us to Jack. Is there anything you'd like to show tonight?
Well, I think everybody should check out Chaos's stream as well and Comic Book Curation, and then go over to P-Dog's channel, watch his streams, and then sign up for Monkey's Patreon.
I appreciate that. That was a very good shill for all around. Awesome.
I mean, that was shiny. That was just like super smooth.
There's no Lords of the Night tonight, but we will be on 2 Cents Plus playing some more No Man's Sky at 7 p.m. This is our long stream. Come hang out. It's a good time. We've been having a lot of fun with that series. I don't know. Depending on what time I wake up, my individual series, I may jump on one of those. Depends on what time I wake up. Because I'll be alone tomorrow, guys. It's so sad. I'll be all by myself.
I'm showrunner.
I'll be with you in spirit.
You know what that means? It means I can crank the music up, man.
No, it means that you can run around the house naked doing unspeakable things to your waifu pillows.
I run around the house naked anyway. I tell people not to look. My house, damn it. No, it's not true. Guys, thank you so much for coming out and watching us tonight. I would like to thank SDA and Sinatra, who are not here anymore, for their contributions, especially the cart story. Jesus Christ, we had fun with that.
Yeah.
Dax, Jack, Eve, and Polly, thank you guys for joining me. Everybody, have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time.
Laters.
Bye,
all.
everyone.
Bye. And vagina.
I'm doing this on purpose.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see how long you'd sit there without saying anything. Bye, guys.